Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Rose. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. This is Car Chronicles. I am Caramel Rail. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Y'all know in the mornings I be having calls and stuff like that I got to handle. So thank y'all for sticking in there and waiting for me because I be having child. This morning has been kind of chaotic. All right, and then StreamYard been adding the food, so hopefully we can get through this video without any other complications. All right, but nevertheless, thank y'all for being here. Happy Thursday to everybody. Hopefully you got up, honey, got your coffee and your tea, and you got where you need to be. Yes, you're up feeling blessed and not stressed. Let's get into our show because we do have one. Please don't forget to hit the like button as you enter so that we can support the video and keep us in the algorithm. We got some great topics to run through. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're going to get on into our show. All right. Everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Let's get started, honey, because I got to get moving. All right. So our first topic of the morning. Hope y'all having a good morning as well. First topic of the morning, honey. Word on the street, honey, is that Tia Mowry and ex-husband Cory Hardrict are they're saying working things out. I told you guys how they've been spending all these holidays together, and Cory moved out down the street 5 minutes from Tia. Tia was on her little reality show crying about being a single mother, and she's lonely, and she's tried to date, and she's really not getting anywhere in the dating world because she's not happy. And I think that she's comparing everybody to Cory because Cory was her first everything. Cory was her first boyfriend, the first person who she lost her virginity to. She got married to him. They were married for 14 years, then wound up getting divorced in 2023. So I think she's looking for Cory in everybody she was looking for or looking to be with. And I think that she finally realized that, hey, maybe I just miss Cory. So word on the curb is that they've decided to go ahead and try to work things out. And get into some relationship counseling and do what they need to do for the sake of their family. So I'm for it. I mean, if it were little things that they could fix, like him not working and, keeping a steady income, that can be fixed. Now, if he's out here cheating and making all these damn babies and being abusive, now I would say, no, hell no, don't go back. For a situation like that, if you guys are arguing, that's standard in a marriage. You're going to argue and disagree because it's two people with two different minds, two different aspects. And you're totally and always fighting to come together to be one. So if they can work it out, great. And I'm all for it. I told you guys before, I'm for the two of them making it work out because the kids love when he's around. Obviously, she does. Look at the hand on the arm, like they never left, child. All right. He got the arm around her. And they just, I love their family dynamic. He loves her, obviously. I think he's realized since their separation that that's where he wants to be and vice versa. So hopefully they figure it out. Their children are getting older. They do have a son together, and he does need that father figure around a little bit more as he gets older to teach him things that men should know about. All right. So shout out to the Uncut. It says that Tia Mowry is ready to let the streets go and go back home to her ex-husband, Cory Hardrict. Now, it says that apparently Tia was the one who initiated the former couple to try moving forward together again. All right. How do you guys feel about the two of them being together again? I read in another publication too, where they were saying that they were doing some relationship and family therapy together. So it's giving that they are trying to work things out. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for. I like them together anyway. I just, I didn't like the way he don't like her talk when they do interviews together. I don't like how he look at her and then it's like it's understood that she's supposed to be quiet. I don't like that part. I need to work on that. When y'all go to therapy, definitely bring that up because no, you're your own entity. You should be able to talk when you feel like it and as long as you want to. And y'all just respect each other and be in love, child, have some great sex and make money and do what married people do. Shit. I mean, I hope they work out. Y'all hope they work out. Put a 1 if y'all hope they work out. Put a 2 if you think she should just move on. I mean, 14 years is impressive. First everything, child. So it's standard that she's going to be like, you know what? When she's trying to date and be with other people, and she's tried it now, what is it, going into 2 years now? She's like, oh, I can't meet nobody. He's tried to date people. He went on dates with Nia Long and a few other people, and it just did not, it wasn't Tia. His heart is with Tia, and Tia's heart is with him. I see all the ones. Come on, yeah. Black love. Let's do it. Okay. I love it. So y'all work that thing on out. Y'all work that thing on out. Let's see what the people saying in the comments though. So that would be great. That it's good for their children to see them both together. I agree. This next person said, you learn fast that the next one just comes with a different set of issues and problems. Says it might as well work out the issues at hand, period. Why are you starting all the way over when you can child? Back at one, honey. Figure it out. Says that that's right. Says to work it out if you can. It is hard out here in these streets, child. It's hard out here for him. Yes, it is. Says that she went on a few dates and realized that the grass is not greener on the other side. And ain't. Okay, hell no. Fix that shit if you gonna fix it. All right, so shout out to Tia and Cory, honey, for going to counseling and working it out for their family. I love it, Lord. I love some good old black love, baby. I love it. Work it out, honey. Work it out. That's why he moved 5 minutes down the street. He's like, I ain't going far now. I'm get out. I ain't going far because I might need to swing through there a few nights or something. I don't know. You might need some good vitamin D a few nights, and I might need to swing on through there and bring it. So you don't know. I love it, y'all. I love it. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on, child. That vitamin D was sending your ass right on back home. All right, you forgot all that shit. He put them damn Timberlands on and work her ass in there real good. She be like, you know what? It really wasn't that serious. Like, I was mad a little bit, but I ain't mad no more. Like, come on, shit. Some of y'all be so gullible like that. Been there, done that. You know, you be trying to be mad at a nigga, but then you can't be mad. And you done damn grabbed your hair and all that shit and got you back in there calling God and all that. You be like, you know what? I'm trying to be mad or whatever, but I don't know. I can't be mad no more. You know, it ain't that serious. Like I was ready to get a divorce and all that and separate. But shit, come on. Bring all your shit back. All right, bring all your shit back. Your 3 pair of jeans and your 2 shirts. You didn't take much shit out because you knew you was coming back anyway. That's what it gives with Cory, child. He didn't take all the shit out the house because he knew his ass was coming right back anyway. He's like, I'm gonna let her ass tough it out for about a year. He didn't think that shit was gonna last that long. But yeah, thank God for them. Let's move on, honey. Heavenly is still out here being hellish. I don't know why she come for Phaedra so much. It's given that Heavenly may have some type of jealousy towards Phaedra. I don't know. I think she's jealous of Phaedra a little bit. Y'all remember she was coming for Sweet Tea like that for a little minute too. Now she done laid off Sweet Tea. Now that spirit done jumped over there on Phaedra, child. So let's get into her. Heavenly is saying that the problem with Phaedra, honey, is that she can't be the boss in this group, meaning the Married to Medicine girls. Said that she cannot outthink us, and she's not more connected. Phaedra is very connected. I mean, check her resume. Says that, and she does not have more money than most of us. Phaedra has jobs. She told y'all that before. And she's a single woman doing it by herself. So your money and Damon's money combined together, honey, that's y'all together. But Phaedra is doing that probably by herself with all the damn jobs that Phaedra has, okay? Yeah, Phaedra got some jobs now. So I don't know. I'm trying to count her money too quick. Let's get into what Heavenly had to say with her evil ass.
The problem with Phaedra, and I'm going to be very clear. Phaedra's no boss in this group. I don't know what she is in Housewives, but bitch, you not no boss over here. You cannot be the leader of this group, and that's what she wanted. And when she realized she cannot outboss us, she cannot outthink us, she's not more connected, she does not have more money than most of us, contrary to what she thinks. I'm saying, you can't be no boss over here because everybody is equally in education, in finances, and everything. Plus, we married to medicine. The problem with Phaedra Parks is she cannot be a boss in this group, and she does not want to play with us anymore because she cannot be a leader. Now, she did try. She tried to be cool with everybody. She did. But my whole thing is anytime we see the fakery, the phonery, we're going to call it out.
Phonery?
But Phaedra was a complete asshole about this damn Met Gala. And I'm going to everything she did, all the shit she tried to start, all the stuff that they don't even have time to play. So that's why I did what I did at the Met Gala because Phaedra was, but you never know what they're going to show. They might back up and show some of it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a complete mess, a complete fool with the Met Gala. And I was sick of her damn ass because, I don't know, maybe she was tired. Maybe she just had an attitude. Maybe she just thought that, I don't know what she thought. But she had an attitude about the whole Met Gala. And I wasn't finna take over the whole damn thing because y'all done told them people y'all was giving them $100,000. Jack Phaedra, I'm not letting you back out of this because I didn't say $1,000. We started at $25,000, right? And that was a doable goal. In my business, I will say again and again, I try to underpromise and go over the expectations. So if we would have kept it at $25,000, which each one of the girls, some of us, I think we all gave $2,500 or $3,500, whatever it was, except Toya. Toya didn't give it. I'm just gonna say that. And I'll talk to you about Toya in Patreon, because Toya was dead ass wrong, but they didn't even have time to talk about Toya because she did that shit last year where she didn't want the money. She didn't want to give him no money. I don't know why Toya won't give back to the community when she buys $32,000 purse, but that's another story for another day.
Why? That's her business, though.
The problem with Phaedra, and I'm going to be very clear. Phaedra's no boss in this group. I don't know what she is in Housewives, but bitch, you not no boss over here. You cannot be the leader of this group, and that's what she wanted. And when she realized she cannot outboss us, she cannot outthink us, she's not more connected, she does not have more money than most of us, contrary to what she thinks. I'm saying, you can.
What y'all think about that? Phaedra is very connected. She's very connected. She's been on reality shows for quite some time. She's been able to jump shows and build different relationships with other people. She's very connected. Phaedra is very well connected, baby. And she go all the way back to the Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston days, honey, when she was representing Bobby Brown. And on from there, she knows a lot of celebrities. She's been able to rub elbows with a lot of people. She knows a lot of people, and she got businesses, okay? She down at the funeral home down there working with old Willie Watkins' child, and she's an attorney. She might not have done a whole bunch of case, but she still has, though. She's got degrees. She's very smart. She's not a bad looking girl, no homo. She can get any man she wants, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I know she's dating. So she's a single woman out here getting it and doing it by herself. She owns several homes. She's very accomplished, and she got some money up over there. Phaedra's doing very well for herself, if I might say so myself. Go look her up. Her net worth is up there a little bit. So Phaedra's doing well. After she and Apollo broke up and went their separate ways. Apollo is trying to rebuild his life, but Phaedra, child, she ain't miss a beat. She hit the ground and still going. I think that the problem with Heavenly is that she feels that anytime that somebody comes around that there's some type of competition, she does this. She starts over talking. She starts being this mean girl. She starts bringing up people's business. And I think it's a total deflection of how she really feels. Heavenly is not a girl's girl. Heavenly do not like women. She don't like girls, and anybody that it seems like they're doing a little bit more than her, she's going to always try to tear them down. And she uses her platform as a means to do so. And it's sad. It's enough room for everybody. If she came on the show, be cordial. It don't cost you nothing to be cordial to her. Invite her in. Let her kind of feel her way. It's a new situation for her. First of all, it's her first season being on Married to Medicine around women who are of a different caliber versus being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The drama is going to be different with women who are doctors, because they ain't going to go as far as women on Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they have degrees. They're doctors. That's their life. That's their livelihood, their business. That's what they do every day for work. But when it gets to Real Housewives of Atlanta, you got them over there fighting and carrying. You ain't going to see too much of that on with the Married to Medicine girls. But I feel like Heavenly, maybe you need to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta or something, because it don't give that you should be over there, because you're too fucking ratchet. And people keep saying they want you off the show. They're tired of you. Your mouth is just too evil and ratchet. Like, you go too far sometimes. And I don't know what the relationship between you and Dr. Daddy is, honey, but he need to have a talk with you. And you definitely need to go ahead on into therapy and figure out why you have so much vitriol towards women. It's always I don't hear her ever giving men this type of heat. She don't go in on men like this. It's always women who she feels intimidated by. Feels like she was intimidated by Sweet Tea on the show. I feel like she was intimidated by a few people. She tried that mess with Dr. Jackie, but Dr. Jackie read her ass down, and so she left her alone and became friends with Jackie. So now, and then she always throwing in little jabs in there with Toya. Maybe Toya had something else she had going on with her money. Toya is not a doctor like you, so her money may not be as long as yours. If she want to spend $3,200 on a bag, that's her fucking business. It ain't your place to get on your platform and speak on what she decided to spend her money on. Okay? It's just not. It's just not. She ain't getting nothing last year. That ain't your business. Focus on what you got going on. Ooh, she irks my soul. I cannot take Heavenly. Child, let's get off my screen. It'll be something else tomorrow, child. It'll be something else tomorrow, Heavenly. I just want her to step back from the show just for a season or two, and so she can reflect and see herself and get her shit together, child. You got mama issues. That's what it is. You got mama issues, and every woman you come across, child, you are mad and screaming at them because you really want to scream at your mama. I'm going to go and say it right here, Heavenly. You got mama issues, and every woman that comes across your path, you find something wrong with them intentionally because you really want to yell at your mama, and you really want to get back at what your mama did not do and how she was not there for you as a mama. So everybody that you see, every woman you seeing your mama, and you screaming out, and I think you really low-key looking for some type of help and attention. That's what it is. You don't get no attention from Dr. Daddy. So you go out here and you look for and you seek for attention. That's why you got that damn YouTube channel. So you can sit your ass over there and get attention, clicks, likes, and views from people who really don't give a fuck about you. And you got a few airheads that'll sit over there and hype you up on the bullshit that you be on. But bottom line is, people are sick of you, Heavenly. And I'm tired. And I'm at the top of the very top of the list of the people that's sick of your ass. And put me at the bottom too. I'm tired of your ass twice. I'm at the top of the list and the bottom of the list. And you can fit me somewhere in the middle too if you want to. I'm sick of her ass. I'm sick of your lace fronts. I'm tired of your nappy edges. I'm tired of your wide ass mouth. I'm tired of everything about you, Heavenly. Okay, I am. I'm tired of your big ass forehead. I'm sick of you, your pug nose, all of that. I'm tired of you, girl. Fuck out of here. All right, let's move on to Wendy Williams. All right, Wendy Williams might be trying to make a little comeback. Now, I told y'all a few weeks ago, or maybe a week ago, that Charlamagne the God said that during the holidays, the Christmas holidays, that Wendy Williams called him, and she seemed very sane on the phone, and that she may be ready to come back to radio. And I was like, ain't no way. She got dementia. She has a lot of medical issues going on, and she also has a guardian who is handling all of her affairs and everything else. But he has invited her to be on his podcast there at the Breakfast Club, or their podcast, to come and do an interview, a sit-down interview, to talk about her life and what's going on with her. Let's get into what Charlamagne says here. Charlamagne says that conservatorship and guardianship should exist to empower, protect, and support individuals, not to confine them in invisible prisons. Says tomorrow morning on Breakfast Club, says that Wendy Williams will remind us that these systems must be transparent, compassionate, and designed to preserve dignity, not control. Let's discuss. All right. So he's saying that she would be on there today, this morning, and she's already appeared. I do have a clip of said video where she's talking. I hope I don't have to edit it, because sometimes Breakfast Club be tripping about their footage. But if so, we can edit, y'all. We know what we're doing over here. Okay. We're going to watch it for right now, though. If I got to edit it, so the fuck what? All right. Today, we're going to watch it. All right. So as you can hear, getting ready to come up, Wendy Williams and her niece, Alex, discuss Wendy's current situation of being trapped in a conservatorship. Says that this system is broken. Wendy, and I listened to most of this. Wendy sounds very sane. Like her memory and everything sounds like it's on. I don't know if this was a great idea to do said interview, being that her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, is dragging her in and out of court to try to convince the courts that Wendy does not need conservatorship, and that she is well enough to get back out there and work again, and that he's trying to get more money from her. So I don't know if this was a great idea for her to do this interview, because she does sound like she's okay. But let's get into it.
Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
First of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, but I am not cognitively impaired. You know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in New York City, right? And Alex, you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison. This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there, it's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window.
And excuse me, through my money, I had this person buy the TV, the kind of TV I like, through this person, because all of my stuff is in storage. You understand what I'm saying? Everything's in storage. And by the way, that was to sell my apartment. But anyway.
Is the person your guardian? Is that who you're referring to, your guardian?
Yes.
Well, Sabrina Morrissey is her name. A&E Network and Lifetime were sued by Sabrina. She claims they exploited you in a vulnerable state. They exploited your condition, and I'm putting condition in air quotes. You signed to do that documentary without your consent, but A&E and Lifetime countersued and said that Sabrina realized the documentary would question the quality of her own guardianship. It actually says in the lawsuit, it appears that Morrissey is misusing her position as a guardian of Williams to silence criticism of her controversial and failed administration of the guardianship. They even used the words guardianship abuse. What do you think of that?
Me and the person that you were just talking about, this guardian person, we watched that 4-part thing on TV together. She was the one who wanted to do that. So I'm watching and writing things down, and she's watching and writing things down. And I saw all of that, by the way. And what do I think about being abused? Look, this system is broken. This system that I'm in, this system, it has falsified a lot. You know what I'm saying?
They said you're cognitively impaired and you're incapacitated.
Do I seem that way?
You've been calling me 5 times a day for the last 2 weeks. No, you don't seem that way.
Right. I just want to underscore what you were saying, Charlene, as well. And that is, this is still a legal situation. So yes, there are things that my aunt just can't talk about. Yeah. There are things that we as a family can't talk about.
That's right.
But I think that the thing that we can talk about is the fact that my aunt sounds great. Yes. I've seen her in a very limited capacity, but I've seen her. We're talking to her. This does not match an incapacitated person.
Not at all.
And she that's why we say she's in like a luxury prison. Yes. Because she is being held and she is being punished. All I'm saying is just treat the woman with dignity. Absolutely. And give her the freedoms that she deserves.
Well, let's say let's say what Wendy wants. Wendy wants to be, released out of this conservatorship, but she wants to be in Miami with her family, with you, Alex, and with the rest of the family, her son. She wants to be in Miami. She's made this known. She's told everybody she needs to tell. I don't know why it's not happening.
Let me just say about Miami, okay? The entire family now lives in Miami, and my son is doing such a great job. He graduated, and I was in Miami, and that was about a month ago.
Yep.
Alex, talk about the great time that we had and seeing my dad. We all went out and had like a party at one point. Yeah.
Your dad's gonna be 94 next month, right?
Listen, my dad.
That's a whole nother conversation.
94, that's a whole nother thing. Like, I don't know whether I'm allowed to fly to Miami to say happy birthday to my dad, to get him, that person that you talk about who's holding me hostage.
Sabrina Morrissey, your guardian. We got to say her name. We got to put her name out there.
I don't know that she's going to let me, because she already said to see my dad for his birthday. He's going to be 94. So, and please continue to talk, Alex. Go ahead.
Yeah. She may not be able to come down here for my grandfather's 94th birthday. Okay. Every day is not promised. Right. One thing that I know that my aunt wanted, and we talked about this at nauseum, she wants to be here for his birthday. Wow. And the fact that they're playing games about my grandfather being able to see his daughter and my aunt being able to see her father, I'm sorry. That is just absolutely sickening.
Like, I'm exhausted thinking about, what if I can't see my dad for his birthday? At 94, the day after that is not promised. It's not promised. I have things from my dad that's in storage. And there are little things that I say, I'm not going to give it to him, but I'm going to sew them and make them so that they look perfect on me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know how to sew. I've known how to sew for years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, I want to give my dad some sort of fragrance. I want to go to Sephora and pick and choose. What I might not be.
Yeah.
My life is like fucked up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is.
I hate that for her.
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the guardian because of maybe this phone call, or because of wow.
We talked about that. My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
I'm so scared. That's sad.
And, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months, and she can get moved and we may not even know where she is.
Wow.
That was the reality of where she was during the documentary. We weren't permitted to go see her. So this whole documentary aired. Nobody's able to call her. Nobody's able to see her. You know, the reason why I was doing the stuff with The View and Good Morning America was because she was nowhere to be found.
Wow. In the meantime,
what are we going to do about that?
Listen, here's the weird thing, right? And while you're on The View, right, I got the telephone number. I could call Joy Behar, but my number is with The Guardian. I could call my friend Rosanna Scotto. I could call Fat Joe. I could call Alex. My number is not in storage, but my Guardian person has my phone.
Right.
God damn.
Alex, let me ask you a question.
Excuse me, has had it for 3 years, by the way.
She's had your phone for 3 years, and she got control of all your bank accounts and everything? Wow. Okay. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Now, Alex,
but that's what the news report said. The news report said she has control of your bank accounts and everything. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves.
So y'all heard Wendy. That's so sad. I really hate to hear that. She sounds so good, y'all. She sounds like she did when she was on the Wendy Williams show, when she would come around that corner and say, "How you doing?" and go sit in her chair and read everybody down and tell everybody's business. I ain't gonna hold you. I miss Wendy. I miss Wendy being on her show, doing what she loves. I feel like, and she's been saying she wants to do a podcast. She said that before. The conservative was saying, no, like she's not well enough. Y'all just heard Wendy. Does she not sound well enough to do a podcast? It sounds like she's trying to slowly get herself back out there and do what she loves. That's all she knows is radio, sitting behind a mic and talking. That's her life. And I feel like they've stripped all of that from her. And I feel like her her guardian rather, is making Wendy sound like she's sicker than she really is. I'm sorry. After hearing this interview with her and Charlamagne the God, I think that she's a little bit more sane than they're trying to say. Now, do I feel like she does have some things that she's dealing with medically? Yeah. I mean, I do feel like that. But do I feel like it's to the point to where she cannot kind of handle some things on her own? I don't agree that they should take her phone, and I very much so disagree that they should not, that they're not allowing her to be around her family. She should be around family. That's probably why she's sick, because she's dealing with so much damn depression, because she can't be around her family. Why can't she go and be with her father, who is 94 years old? He could not be in. I mean, they might pull some shit if he passed away and say, "Oh, you can't go to the funeral because you're not well enough." I don't like this conservator, this guardian. I don't like her. I've been hearing a lot of negative stuff about this Sabrina Morrissey, where they were talking about some of Wendy's funds being missing because she handles her money as well. So allegedly, is she stealing Wendy's money as well? Like, what is going on here? I'm happy that her niece is sticking and staying behind her. But now after this interview with Charlamagne, I'm feeling like maybe that guardian might try to get that niece on out the way and say, "Nah, you can't be around Wendy," and start making up excuses as to why she feel that this niece is a little bit too close to Wendy. That's crazy. The conservator has way too much power, it's giving. She does need to be investigated, Flower Bloom. I agree, because it's been a lot of stuff said about this damn guardian, and Wendy should not be in no luxury prison. Like, that's some bullshit. She should not be in a luxury prison. She should be around her family. She was so happy in that video when she went to her son's graduation, you guys, and she was sitting beside her brother. Wendy looked like she literally had just got out of a prison, when she was sitting around looking like, "Oh my God, I'm around people." She was so happy to be out. She was smiling. She looked upbeat. She was very happy, and she just talked about it in the interview here, where she said, "Oh my God, I was so happy to get to be around my family. We had a party." Like, she loves that. It's giving that family means everything to her. But the one thing that they're, that she is enjoying is like they're trying to take away from her. It sounded like she's doing better with her drinking issues, where she's not doing that probably as much, or if that at all. It's given that she's getting better, and she sounds good. She sounds healthier. From the pictures, most recent pictures I've seen of her, she looks good as well. So prayers to Wendy. I hope that they figure this situation out. And Kevin Hunter, stand down, bitch. Stop trying to get this woman's money. I was saying in the chat that he is trying to reopen their divorce, saying that Wendy owes him millions of dollars because he felt that she was hiding money during the time that their divorce was in proceedings, and that he did not get his full cut of what Wendy owed him in the divorce, because he feels that he helped create Wendy, and that he was working behind the scenes to help push and or create her career in terms of what we saw on our screens when Wendy was on the Wendy Williams show. I disagree. Nobody in the damn nobody on that worked with Wendy like Kevin. Everybody talked about how much of a damn bully and a bitch he was to everybody. He was mean to everybody. He talked to everybody like they were beneath him. So nobody really liked Kevin. I don't know. He get on my nerves. He's another Martell Holt. Nigga, go get a job for real. Go get a job for real. And you signed off on paperwork saying that this is what you agree that you will get. So now all of a sudden, because you need hip surgery, all of a sudden, because you lost your cars and your house and all this other stuff, you don't have no medical insurance. You had all of that when you were with Whitney, but you fucked it up. Just like Martell. Just like Martell. You had all of that stuff at your disposal, you know, but you fucked it up. So that's not her problem. Wendy is, she's fuck nigga free now. Let her live her life. Let her continue to heal. Let her continue to do what she needs to do in order to get herself back out there. I love it. I hope she does start her podcast. And I miss Wendy. I mean, shit. There ain't nothing else I can say. I miss Wendy. We miss you, Wendy, and we pulling for you, sis. Okay, let's move on. All right, so Lord, that took something out of me. All right, y'all. So they're saying it is over, honey. It is over. President Biden gives his farewell speech to the nation, child, in his final address as the president, Lord. Satan will be taking the post after Biden leaves, child. I got to call him Satan, honey, because everything that surrounded him and is about him, baby, is satanic, okay? Only satanic people will run up to the Capitol and storm the Capitol and do what they did because this motherfucker's in office, all right? Like his own wife don't even like his ass. She's saying she ain't even going to stay in the White House, all right? When his ass go officially take over again as president, all right? And she like, bitch, I ain't about to stand there with you. I don't even want to see you out. She don't even want to hold his hand. He be trying to hold her hand when they be like, she be like, bitch, don't touch me. Okay. I'll be like, yes, child. But let's get into what our current president, child, Joe Biden, has to say in his farewell address, Lord.
Service members and your families. It's been the highest honor of my life to lead you as Commander-in-Chief. And of course, to Kamala and our incredible partner, historic Vice President. She and Doug have become like family. And to me, family's everything. My deepest appreciation to our amazing First Lady who's with me in the Oval today. For our entire family. You're the love of my life and the life of my love.
I love my life.
My eternal thanks to you, the American people. After 50 years of public service, I give you my word. I still believe in the idea for which this nation stands. A nation where the strength of our institutions and the character of our people matter and must endure. Now it's your turn to stand guard. May you all be the keeper of the flame. May you keep the faith. I love America. You love it too. God bless you all. May God protect our troops. Thank you for this great honor. Our service.
What y'all think about it? That's his farewell speech, you guys. He's heading on out of there. Trump is getting ready to take office. I'm not happy about that shit at all. I mean, but what can we do? Pray, honey. Pray that things go well for this next term. I know a lot of people are not happy when they found out that Trump was taking over as president, child. Lord. I hope it's not going to be a repeat of the bullshit that we've dealt with before when his ass was in office. But the great thing is he cannot run again. So we just going to have to thug it out, child, stick it out, and pray our way through this situation, child. And there's no coinky dink that now that Trump's ass is getting ready to take office, all this shit has happened. I'm going to blame it on you, Trump, all the fires in damn LA. I'm going to blame it on you. Shit. I'm blaming it on Trump. All this shit that has happened. All this negative bullshit that we've been dealing with here. Okay, I'm blaming it on Trump. It's your negative damn energy that you bring every freaking where you go. All right, and that's what I got to say about that. And I don't give a hot damn who mad about it. Okay, if there's any Trump supporters in my damn chat, that's what I'm gonna say. All right, so somebody got a lot of criticism. Okay, yeah, I don't do Trump. I don't do nothing Trump, child. Nothing. Shamar called him President Donald Trump, like trunk, like he put something in the trunk. I be down. He be so passionate about that shit too. And President Donald Trump and Trump. I be like, boy, it's Trump. He be doing the damn most. But anyway, social users react to Lil Kim praying for a monsoon to stop the California wildfires. And people, they were like, girl, do you know what a fucking monsoon is? Like, girl, no. Hot damn hole, here we go again. Like, what the hell? Let's get into this, child. She says, Lil Kim, as you guys can see on my screen, Lil Kim says, been sending strong prayers up for LA and everyone affected by the fires. This is heartbreaking, okay? Heartbreaking emoji, prayer, hands. Says that I pray to Jesus, honey, that God make it monsoon in LA. People like, bitch, no. Like, we'll take some rain, but monsoon is pressing it, girl. Like, no. Like, you sending another catastrophe through there. No. Let's get into it, y'all. All right, so this person says that that's going to wash everything away. Said that you got to be more specific. Ground ain't going to hold that water for ish, okay? This person says, ma'am, do you know what a monsoon is? LOL. Another person says, make it monsoon. Says it a disaster on top of the existing disaster? No, ma'am. Okay, people are going in on Lil Kim because she don't know what the hell she talking about, obviously. It says that ending one natural disaster with another one is crazy, girl. What were you thinking when you said that? Another person says, I get what she's trying to say, but this is wild, okay? Laughing emoji. Another person says, and not you wishing another natural disaster on them, girl. Okay, I know they can't take nothing else. This is the Cali going through one of the worst droughts ever recorded in American history, and you think that they're going to get a monsoon? No, girl. Child, and it goes on and on and on. It says that she said that you need another disaster to forget this one. Says straight out of Major Pain. Says how to forget about pain book. Says a little pressure and then give it time. Boy, shut up. That doesn't make no sense. But anywho and anyway, people going off on Lil Kim for saying that that was not a great idea to say that, being that the people of LA are dealing with this disaster and this catastrophe with this damn fire that have burnt many homes down. Okay, celebrities and non-celebrities, people are still struggling to get their footing and to get back into have some normalcy. Okay, I'm thankful for everybody that's donated. We've seen a lot of celebrities that have come out of pocket to give huge donations towards this catastrophe. As you guys see, President Joe Biden announced that $770 will be given to those affected by the fires. A lot of people had something to say about that, saying that's not enough money. $770, like, bitch, that ain't no money. And y'all just sent billions of dollars overseas to people that we don't give no fucks about. But I don't know. I mean, every little bit helps. And it's always the people that ain't gave shit. It's always got something to say about those that did. Bottom line is we are our brother's keepers. If you can give, and make sure as you're giving, be smart about your giving. Do your homework on these different foundations that are coming out saying they're taking up money for the wildfires. Because, you know, anytime we have situations like this, you have people that are not trustworthy and that create foundations in order to steal from those who really need help. So make sure you are doing your due diligence to do your homework. Where people are asking for cash apps and asking for GoFundMe money, make sure you're doing your homework, because anytime situations like this happen, it happened with the Hurricane Katrina. We had people out there taking up money for Hurricane Katrina victims, and they were pocketing the money. And it's no different from this situation here with these LA fires. People are using this situation as a come up, and it's sad. It's very sad. Yeah, it's a lot of scammers. A lot of scammers. I've been seeing shit online. Make sure if you give to organizations and foundations that you do your homework. Don't just be sending money over to any and everybody, because anybody can set up a GoFundMe. Anyone can set up cash apps and say, hey, send the money here. This is for, you know, LA wildfires. And you sending all this money, and it's going to just anybody that set it up to go and do what the fuck they want to go. They're going to go shop and go out to eat, whatever they want to do with the money. And it's not going towards where it was supposed to be or intended to go. So make sure you're doing that. But Lil Kim, baby, please don't be out here talking about that, because that made the peoples out here upset. They're already still mad about these damn fires. The fires are still going. They still haven't put out all these fires. But they have solicited some help from Canada and other places. I think I saw some people in Mexico or whatever coming over to help put out these damn fires. So prayers to them, prayers for those affected. And I hope that they get this fire situation under control soon, because we don't need to hear about any more catastrophes. We've heard about people passing away. We've still hearing about people being missing with these LA fires. So hopefully these people are found and that they're safe and sound when they are found. All right. Continue to pray. That's all we can do, child. If you can't donate, pray. If you can't pray, then donate. All right. That's all I can say. Moving on. All right. So Keke Palmer, I love her, but what I don't like about her is that you're blaming social media for the treatment that you're saying that you're getting, because you put out a situation that should have probably remained private. I don't know. Y'all forgive me. Keke Palmer admits that she hated media coverage of her toxic relationship with ex Darius Jackson. She has rekindled her relationship with him. He has gone into the military because his Hollywood career was going nowhere. So he decided to go into the military, and she was in very much so support of that. Like I said, they are back together after everything that she's put out there about him. She put out videos, pictures of him being abusive towards her. And she went out there and filed a whole restraining order against him, and they took away his weapon. He had to go to court. Upon her going to court, she decided to drop all charges, which I didn't think you could do that, because once there's some type of any type of situation like that, the state pick it up, and then you don't really have to say so in terms of dropping it. I think it's up to them. But I feel like she used maybe her celebrity status in order to pull some strings in order to get out of this situation. He was very much so abusive. She's saying he slammed her down on the stairs. He grabbed her by her hair. He pulled her over the couch. He came into her home unannounced to her. That's trespassing. He tried to hit her with the car. That's vehicular attempted something. A lot of things went into this situation when she came out to say that she was having these toxic issues with her baby daddy, her son's father. He was very much so aggressive with her son when he was changing her son because he was upset with her, at which it made the baby cry. That kind of tugged at my heart a little bit, because y'all know Kim, we love the kids over here. Now we protect it. But I feel like if you did not want social media and people in the comments judging and giving their opinions in terms of how they felt about that, maybe you shouldn't have talked about it. Maybe you shouldn't have shared it. Maybe you should have kept the videos, pictures, and all of those things to yourself. I feel like it was a cry for help. And when people started giving you their opinions in terms of what you should do and get away from this creep, and they really came down hard on him, like they did. Hell, I drugged the fuck out of him on my channel when I heard about it. And I shared as much as I could. People were advocating for you. People were, because of who you are, who we see you to be in Hollywood. Like our hearts went out to you as women, hearing that you went through this unfortunate situation and you're a new mom. It actually stemmed from her being in the situation of having her son, and she went to an Usher concert. Y'all remember she had on this very revealing outfit, and he was telling her he didn't want her to go out. Upon her going out, Usher was singing to her, and she was kind of like grinding up on him. His show is very female driven, to where y'all know they kind of get a little grimy in there. So he's seeing these videos and stuff of her being out enjoying herself as a single mama should. And he got upset and he became very controlling and told her he didn't want her to go out. He took to social media to air out his grievances of how he felt about that situation. He was calling her a whore, in which that bothered her. And she went to go and meet him somewhere, and he became aggressive with her, and that stemmed over to him coming to her home while she was on the phone with her mother upstairs in her room with the door shut. He broke into her home, was standing outside her door, listened to her entire conversation with her mother, and he became very disrespectful. He came over saying, "Where's my son? I came to get my son." Thankfully, the son was not there. He was with another family member, but he was doing too much, so much so until it scared her to where she felt she needed a restraining order. And I don't like that she dropped the restraining order, because it says if something happens again, you may not get there and do it again. And I really feel like if you felt in that moment that you needed help in that way, that you should have done that. I mean, you got your mama into that situation. She on social media with her blood pressure up, screaming and hollering in videos, cussing him out, calling him a fuck nigga. Even Usher called her straight. She called Usher gay. And I was like, how Usher get in this? Usher sitting home like, how I get in this? It was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. So I know her mom is not happy that this whole situation is back together after the way she drug his ass royally and cussed him out and was going in for her daughter. It's hard as a parent watching your children be with people that's abusive towards them, and you can't really do shit about it. And once you think that you got that person out of their life, here they come back into their life and they lovey-dovey again. You can't tell a person who to love, and that's for damn sure. You can't tell a person who to love. And it's hard when you fight for a person. That's why sometimes you got to stay out of people's business. You fighting today, tomorrow you love that person again. And you don't went over there, caught a stray. The person will probably punched your ass out. Or you done got into a verbal altercation or fight with that person for this person that you're trying to protect and or help. And they go back to the person, the abuser. And you sitting over there, you done got banged up and hurt up. And person that came over there and did some crazy shit. And you done got involved into a situation that person just walked right back into. They in love again. You got to watch that shit. Don't. I ain't saying don't help your friends and don't be there for your friends, but people gonna do what they want to do. That's the bottom line. I agree that she went back to him? No, but what can you do? She's 31 years old. They're saying here. All right, so let's get into what she's saying. Let's read this. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. This made me mad a little bit, low key, because girl, I was pulling for you. I was like, oh, thank God, girl, be focus on your son and be a mama, and not this shit. Says the Keke Palmer, honey, is opening up about unintentionally becoming a representative of DV and publicly going through a painful breakup with her now ex Darius Jackson. There's not an ex anymore. They're back together. There's video, pictures and shit out there proving it. Now it says in a newly published cover story for The Cult, says the Keke, who is 31, reflects on how a disagreement over her dress for an Usher concert led her to confront the toxic dynamic of her relationship with Darius, who is 30 years old. Now, she goes on to say that there's a sensationalization, child, we can read, that happens with that word DV. Says that there really are often no other words to describe such a toxic dynamic. All right. She goes on to say that you can say that I know you're not like that, or I know it's not like this, or I know you're a good person deep down. She said that you can make so many excuses for that behavior and that it could have been stopped. She said that Keke also expresses her frustration with the media's coverage of her personal life, feeling that it was overshadowed by all the hard work that she put into her career. But you shared it, love. You shared it. You put us in your business. Don't put us in your business, get mad because we talk about it and advocate for you, because that's all that was. We weren't trying to down you. We were dragging the fuck out of him. We were like, how dare he do that to you? Oh, girl. She says, I hated it. She says it was my personal junk. She says, and it didn't deserve a place in the center of something that I worked very hard to make encouraging and empowering. She adds, she said that when it was happening, she said it was horrible because I could not get to the message of the story in real time. She says, now I'm able to articulate it and I'm able to say what the story will be. Now, as reported, after accusing Darius of ongoing abuse, child, and submitting video evidence of one of their violent altercations, she said Keke was granted a restraining order against her child's father in November of 2023. Since then, Keke says that the two have been working to peacefully co-parent their one-year-old son, Leo, noting that their relationship has improved after their split. Now, in her memoir, Master of Me, says that The Secret of Controlling Your Narrative, released in November, Keke did admit that her breakup with Darius was the hardest thing that she ever went through. Of course, there are feelings involved. You have a child with a person, it's amped up. It's harder to break away from a person when you have a child with them. There's a bond. You carried his DNA in your body for 9 months. You're raising a child. You guys are trying to co-parent. Every time you look at your child, it reminds you of him. So at the end of the day, it makes it harder for you to leave. Yes, but you have to love yourself enough and know your worth to know that it is not a healthy situation for you to continue to be with a person who is abusive and you're trying to be a mother on top of that. You can't be your best self when you're being abused. Your son is seeing this. You're raising a man to be like his father as you stay with him, because he's picking up on those attitudes and those traits that his father continues to show him. Men show boys how to be men. And if you're going to continue to be with this person, I don't ask you. I'm not asking you to. I think you should get the fuck away from him. But you grown. You do what you want to do. You know, I'm not encouraging that. But what I do encourage, if you're going to stay with him, y'all might want to go through some counseling. He might need to go through some anger management, and y'all figure that shit out. I mean, why would you put your mother through that shit again? If he acts up on you again, you want to go out and have a good time as a grown ass woman. What if he does that shit again? What if it's worse? You talked about this man slamming you on some fucking stairs and how you thought your back was broke. Girl, why would you put yourself through that again? We saw video that you released while you want us out of your business. You put the videos out there of this man standing over you in a very threatening manner, and you were sitting there like you were scared to move. So it shows that there are some violent tendencies with this person, and it doesn't just stop with him. His brother is that way, and before his brother and before him, his father was also that way towards his mother. So it is a generational situation of violence when it comes to this family, and you attached yourself to them permanently because you have a child with him. So don't get mad at the media. Don't get mad at content creators. Don't get mad at people talking about a situation that you put us in. We were just trying to help you, girl. We were trying to talk some sense into you, girl. We were trying to advocate for you, girl. We were trying to send you some love, girl. We were trying to expose this nigga that you call baby daddy, and we were trying to expose this shit and put it out there and make awareness that, hey, this is not love. So don't be clapping back at us for trying to fight for you, girl. Hey, stay with that sorry ass crazy nigga if you want to. Hell. And then don't put us back in that shit again if it happened again. I'm just saying. Keep me out. Keep me out the group chat. For real. Take me out the group chat. I don't give a fuck no more. I don't. I try to advocate, baby. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me, child, because I drove the fuck out of him. I did. Let's move on, though. I don't want to hear about it. Don't come here to girl, my eye hurt. I don't give a fuck. I know. And I don't even want to say it like that, y'all. Don't be on social media in a couple weeks. My girl, my back hurt, girl. Well, he slammed me down. Okay. I don't care no more. I tried to care, girl. Catch me when I care, and I'm done. All right, let's move on, baby. Let's get into some Naziah news, baby. Walk around with your damn eye hurting. This damn fool. He gonna snap off on your ass again. I pray he don't. And if he do, don't you hop your ass back on social media. I don't want to see it on net. I don't want to see it on It's On Site, Jasmine Brand, the Shade Room. I don't want to see it on Neighborhood Talk. I don't want to see it on nothing. I promise you I'm going to scroll right past that shit real fast. I'm going to damn near drop my phone scrolling. I promise you on that shit. I'm going to damn near drop my phone on the floor scrolling so fast past that bullshit. Moving on. All right. Now, we've been talking about this Naziah story. I told you guys any updates and developments I get, I'm going to talk about it. This case is very near and dear to me. I've been looking at videos. I've been looking at testimonies. And baby, when I tell you, Lord, this shit here is crazy. Please protect your children. Please protect your children. Stop bringing crazy ass men around your kids. We keep talking about it. I'm going to keep talking about it. All right. Shout out to rapper Skilla Baby. We talked about, I think yesterday, that he decided to come forward and donate money to the family for her, I guess, burial, funeral, but they can't properly bury her because they still haven't found her body. They did find near a lake, I saw, her shoes and some clothing, which lets them know she was in that area. Now, she did get off a bus 1 year ago, a couple days ago. She did get off a bus, and it said that the guy Jarvis, who was supposed to be her fake uncle because her aunt was dating Jarvis. Let's go ahead and let you guys know this, not following this case. Her aunt was dating this guy named Jarvis. Okay. Jarvis always looked for women with kids because he's a pedo. All right. So upon him dating Naziah's aunt, they said that he started dating Naziah's aunt to get close to Naziah, that he had already scoped her out and that he started dating this aunt. And they're saying that the aunt may have known of some inappropriate behavior that he was having with said niece and never reported it. Okay. This same aunt, I'm finding out, just celebrated Jarvis's. She has like some kind of celebration for him. This motherfucker is locked up for unaliving and or being inappropriate with your niece. And you're on the outside still sending him money on his books, which I thought that shit is so fucking diabolical. When I heard about that, I said, bitch, what is wrong with you? He probably did something to her kids as well. She got kids too, because he is a whole pedo. But she's sending money, still putting money on his books, still being very much so 100% supportive of him. They said he just had a birthday. She had some type of celebration for him for his damn birthday. And this is the same person who is alleged to have unalived your niece and impregnated her, try to cover it up, try to do an AB on her, and she's somewhere that no one knows where the fuck she is. He's still not told him where her body is, and you are sitting here celebrating this nigga? Stop doing stupid shit like this, women. People are outraged that this that Skilla Baby, which is a rapper, has decided to pay for said funeral. They're like, why are you having a funeral? They don't have the body. Well, that's not an uncalled for thing, unheard of thing, rather. People have funerals all the time when they haven't found said loved one's body. But people are saying, hey, wait a little longer because they're still investigating. The police, they're still looking for her body, any remains of her. It's been a year now. It's been a year now. If they find her, at this point, it's going to be skeletons. At this point, it's been a year. Okay, I feel like he may have, I don't want to say because I can't say on here just for YouTube's sake. All right, but let's get into what it's saying here. I watched too many. I told you I could probably, my next job, if I ever decide to retire from what I'm doing now, I could probably be a investigator. I swear to God, y'all, I'm good. I be watching these shows and I be literally solving crimes. I swear I do, y'all. I be like, I told you, bitch. I knew that bitch was, I knew. As soon as it come out, I'll be like, that one right there is in it. And I'll be right. I'll tell you, by the time we get to the end of the show, it'd be that person. Because I can be an investigator. But let's get into this. Skilla Baby, that's his rap name, okay, offers to pay for a celebration of life for young Naziah Harris, who was allegedly brutally unalived and sexually assaulted for years by her aunt's husband. He's not her husband, it's a boyfriend. Now, Naziah's remains have yet to be found since gone missing last January. It says that the same family who failed the young girl is allegedly still supporting the accused predator, like I told y'all. Reports say that they even recently threw him a birthday party while he was in prison. Y'all hear that? I keep saying the family failed her. They did not protect this young girl. They saw some inappropriate behaviors with this fool Jarvis, and they looked over it. Okay, he picked her. He very much so. There's video evidence of him picking her up from the bus stop. He called and texted her. Text messages prove also where he had conversation where he said he was coming to pick her up at such and such location for her to get off the bus at such and such location. There's video evidence showing her getting off the bus and walking to get in his car. So he can't even say he didn't see her because he told cops he hadn't even seen her since such and such date. But there you are on video picking her up. The bitch is a liar. All right. Let's go ahead and play this for one more time for those of you that are not keeping up with this case.
Naziah Harris will stand trial for her murder. The judge made the ruling here just in the past hour. And just as he was being led out of court, Naziah's relatives just couldn't hold back their emotion. Take a listen.
Do the right thing and tell us where she's at, please. I'm sorry, Judge. Just do it, Jarvis. Where is she at, Jarvis? Just tell us.
That's some crazy shit. It ain't gonna make it no better for you when you go to trial just because you're not telling where she is. It's so much evidence that's pointing towards this fool right here on my screen that you're gonna be found guilty regardless, and you might get the death penalty. For real. Just because you're not telling where her body is ain't gonna make it no better. And you have some people that's sick in the head like that, the way they get a thrill out of knowing that they did some shit like that, and it's like their little secret in their mind that they hold on to that. It's like his last dying wish of holding on to the fact that he know exactly where the fuck she is, and he ain't going to cooperate with authorities because this whole time he been denying this whole situation. But thank God for text messages, video evidence, and other people who have said, yeah, I've seen him, and it looked weird. The relationship between him and this girl looked very weird. And yes, he was with her on such and such date, but he has denied all of that. He's a liar. He's a dangerous person. He has multiple children. I'm gonna show y'all some videos here because we got to connect the dots. I'm sorry if I get to yelling, y'all. This whole case, and I promised you guys that I would give y'all new developments as it comes out, come out rather. But this fool right here is crazy, and the women that continue to have him around their children, crazier. And the fact that this aunt is still capping for this nigga while he locked up, when you sat in court and you heard text messages from him to Naziah, which were very much so inappropriate. The fact that you heard testimony about stuff that this fool have done, not just to Naziah, but to a 4-year-old and other children along the way, and probably your children as well. I think there are children that we haven't even heard about that he's done things to, because that's what he prey on, is women who have children. I said the same thing about Trish. You better watch Ken. And I ain't trying to say Ken did something to somebody's kids, but it's weird to me that he only seek out women who have children, and he was touched as a child. You have to watch stuff like that when you have people like that around your children, because you don't know what the fuck go on. Ken loved to be around kids. Just saying. So did this fool right here. And he served a 10-year prison sentence for something he did to a child prior. They let him out just for him to come out and do something to a 4-year-old. And from a 4-year-old, it was another child. And from another child, it was another child. He's a repeated offender. Let's get into this shit, y'all. Y'all hear the family crying out. Let me play it one more time. The family is crying out, please tell us where she is. They want closure. He's getting a thrill out of not giving his family closure because he's being held accountable for what he's doing. And that shit is so fucking sick. I'm sorry. It's sick as hell.
Shawn Ley was in that courtroom as the judge delivered her ruling. Shawn, this hearing, it took days.
Took days. Every moment, Kimberly, was so hard to listen to for everyone in that courtroom, including the judge. And she moments ago just had her final say on all of this. Take a listen.
We may never know what happened, but from what I heard today and over the last 4 or 5 days, it appears he intended to perform what he thought was a do-it-yourself abortion on Nasiah. It went south, and instead of seeking medical attention for her, he intentionally killed her.
Man charged in the killing of 13-year-old Nasiah Harris will stand trial for her murder. The judge made the ruling here just in the past hour, and just as he was being led out of court, Nasiah's relatives just couldn't hold back their emotion. Take a listen.
Do the right thing and tell us where she's at, please. I'm sorry, Judge. Just do it, Jarvis. Where is she at, Jarvis? Just tell us.
Shawn Ley was in that courtroom as the judge delivered her ruling. Shawn, this hearing, it took.
That's so sad. Let's continue. All right, so what someone came forward to say here is, y'all trust all of them to handle funds for her as they cover up her unaliving, and they couldn't buy her some pads for her ass. Says that she's still putting money on his books and celebrated his birthday that just passed at her house and had the nerve to send invites. Shaking my head. Me too, girl. Says that y'all gone ahead and send them money if y'all want to. Says that y'all gonna see what kind of haircut he comes out with next and a matching outfit. So they're not happy that this rapper is coming forward to give money towards this family, because they're saying that the family helped cover up a lot of the crimes that were being committed against Nasiah. They're saying that they don't deserve to have any money given to them because they sat back and did not report it. The grandmother did not report Nasiah missing until 2 days after she was missing. The girl is 13 years old, for God's sakes. Your child don't come home, and why the fuck you didn't call the police till 2 days later? If she was kidnapped, the kidnapper had, 2 days. 2 days. You know how far you can get in 2 days? Do you know how far you can get away in 2 days? You can be out of the country in 2 days. 2 days. Y'all sat on information and did not cooperate fully with the damn police. And when the grandma got her backwards wig wearing ass up there to testify, yeah, I'm going there. I'm saying, I don't care. I'm going there. 2 days. When the grandma got her ass up there to testify, no tears, no emotion. She just straight face. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. That's her. She's telling the story in a very monotone, like she don't even give a fuck. I said right there, she know more than she's sitting here saying. When the aunt got up there, she was getting upset at the prosecutor for asking her certain things about this fool, her boyfriend. What you getting mad for? That's your niece, where this nigga violated her and other children, probably your own. And you still sending money to his book supporting him? Let that nigga starve. That nigga wouldn't get a honey bun up off me. He wouldn't get a honey bun, a Capri Sun, nigga, a bottle of water up off me. Hell no. Hell no. That shit made me so mad. I said, bitch, are you crazy? It's women like that do stupid shit like that I just feel like, girl, you don't need a man that bad. Like, I promise you don't need a man that bad. Out of all the men, you could have chosen him? Are you fucking crazy? Oh, my God. All right, let me get into a couple things, because I pulled a couple clips. All right, I know shit gonna make me mad, but we got to get through it, y'all. We got to get through it. All right. So this is him in a preliminary hearing. I pulled this because y'all didn't get to see this. This is very telling as well. Let's listen to this.
Travis Butts.
Okay. This is calling case number, Mr. Butts has 3 cases. Case number 240-596-1901, Houston, Michigan versus Jarvis Butts.
Hey, Diego. Nice to meet you.
Case number 240-596-1801, Houston, Michigan versus Jarvis Butts. And case number 240-596-1701, Houston, Michigan versus Jarvis Butts. Appearances from the people.
Yes. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Tina Ripley on behalf of the people, P83688.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Matthew Makepeace on behalf of the people, P82796.
Good afternoon. Okay, Ms. Quick.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Neighborhood Defender Service by Cheryl Quick, P83973 on behalf of Jarvis Butts. I believe co-counsel is present. Ken Riggins.
Yes, he is.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Good afternoon to your staff. Neighborhood Defender Services by Ken Riggins, P82125 on behalf of Mr. Jarvis Butts, who stands with me to my right.
Okay, Ms. Quick and Mr. Riggins, do you waive formal reading stand mute?
We do, Your Honor.
Okay, court order not
Yes, Your Honor.
Court order not guilty plea on behalf of the client with respect to all 3 cases. Bond recommendation from the people.
Yes, Judge. People are requesting a remand.
On all 3?
Yes, Judge.
Can you give just a brief summary for each case?
Yes, Judge.
Very relatively.
Listen to this, y'all.
Sure, Judge. Starting with the case ending in 619, that is a criminal sexual conduct in the 1st degree with added charges of criminal sexual conduct in the 2nd degree. That is for Mr. Butts' biological daughter, and she was around 8 or 9 when the touchings first started happening, and 10 when she was penetrated. Mr. Butts is a habitual offender, 4th offense notice, mandatory 25 years, and he also has a prior conviction for criminal sexual conduct in the 3rd degree with the person 13 through 15.
Okay, give me background on those 2 cases, please.
Yes, and as it relates to case ending in 618, that is 1 count of criminal sexual conduct in the 2nd degree. He does have the 2nd offense notice on that, along with the habitual 4th offense mandatory 25. That case is for the sexual assault of a 4-year-old minor. She was 4 years old at the time, and she was the daughter of one of Mr. Butts' girlfriends at the time, and I would believe her to have contracted chlamydia.
This motherfucker. Y'all hear that? All these women that he's dating are women that he seek out to have children. These women did not protect their kids, and he did it to his own biological daughter at the age of 8 years old. It started at 8, and he violated her at 11. So that's a long time that this child had to go through his abuse. I'm sorry.
Oh, they give you 2 life sentences.
A 41-year-old perverted man has been sentenced for SA, a underage woman, and cruelly taking her life. Jarvis Butts, 41, is accused of being involved in the decease of Nazia Harris, a 12-year-old missing girl. According to court documents, Harris was last seen on January 9th at the corner of Cornwall and 3 Mile Road in Detroit. After getting off the school bus, she met Butts and has not been heard from since. The prosecutor argued on Thursday that Butts had contact with Harris as early as 2022, when he learned that Harris had not menstruated for several months. He suspected that Harris was pregnant and asked her to undergo a pregnancy test. He was thinking about how to get her to have an abortion. The court revealed that Butts brutally MURDER him and tried to cover up the evidence in order to evade responsibility. The police found Harris' clothes in a river through investigation, but there is still no news about Harris. Numerous data indicate that she may have been KILL. According to reports, Butts previously targeted women and essayed them in order to approach their daughters. Butts is currently detained on multiple felony charges and is scheduled to face trial on January 16, 2025. This is too scary. What kind of punishment do you think he should receive?
Shout out TikTok on that. Monster. Now, they're saying he has like 13 children. I read up on, you guys. He has 13 children with many different women. These are women that he's gone and dated these women, most of these women, and created children, and most of those children he's violated. Okay, he's crazy as fuck. I don't know what happened to him as a child. I don't know. Most violators be violated, and they grow up to violate others if they don't get help. And it's a sad situation. He's a dangerous person, as we can see from what he did to Naziah. And I hope she's found. And I hope that he does not see any type of freedom at all. I really don't, because he does not deserve to. Whoever the judge was that let him out the first time that he got out, they need to be disbarred. Because, bitch, this motherfucker is dangerous. And the fact that all of the things that came out in the first case, I've been reading up on this. When he violated his own child, how the fuck do you let a man out of jail after you find out this man started violating his own biological daughter at the age of 8? And then you know, violated her at the age of 11. That's a long time. That's 4 years that this baby had to go through torture from her father. How do you respect a person that do some shit like that to you? Women, we got to step it up and protect our daughters. Stop meeting these men and trusting them around your kids. We keep seeing these cases, and it's crazy as hell that men like this seek out women who have children so that they can satisfy their crazy urges and desires. Like, stop that bullshit. And I said it yesterday, and I'm gonna say it again. I don't give a damn if you got to run to the corner store. Take your child with you. Stop allowing these men to discipline your children, because we keep seeing all these cases of children being unalived by boyfriends who stepping in trying to act like daddies. Stop that bullshit. Now, and there's some great boyfriends and there's great men who do step up to try to be there for children. I'm not knocking that at all. But what I'm saying is, women, stop meeting men that you barely know and moving them into your home and having them around your children, and things like this happen because sometimes children are told by these type of violators this is a secret. And stop teaching your children that they have to keep secrets. There's no secrets. Teach them that there's certain places that people should not touch, and if they do, you tell me, even if they tell you it's a secret. Naziah was failed. Naziah was not protected. And I feel like everybody involved, that grandma, I don't give a damn how old she is, her ass needs to be locked the fuck up, because it happened in your house repeatedly, in your basement. So you can't tell me that you did not know, because you're a parent and you watch your kids enough, and I told you I do it with mine. You can tell when something is off with your children. When children are abused, I've worked with children for years prior to the job that I do right now. Children show you signs if they can't vocalize it. A lot of children that go through abuse where they've been touched in inappropriate ways, or they've been screamed on, or physically abused, they wet themselves. They're very jumpy. If you say something to them in an aggressive manner, they're jumpy like this. So you can tell that at some point in time, some type of interaction that was inappropriate happened around this child. So you have to watch your kids. Small kids that can't vocalize, they do it in different ways. So you got to be able to be that parent that know your kids enough to know sleepovers is a hell no for me. Mine don't do it. I don't give a fuck. I don't trust people. Mine do not do sleepovers. And it's unfortunate that people that are brought around children who they are brought up to trust, like this Jarvis person who they were calling Uncle Jarvis, even though it was the aunt's boyfriend. It's always the person, the violator is most of the time the person that a child is taught to trust, that do these things to children. So you have to be able to watch that. There's no sitting on Uncle Jarvis's or any other uncle's lap. I was taught that as a child. You don't sit on a man's lap. You don't sit on a man's lap. You just don't do that. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. Watch your children. Boys too. It don't matter, because girls are not the only kids that can be violated. Boys too. Boys are being violated as well. You got to watch. And if you're not protecting your kids, you should be locked the fuck up. I'm sorry. It's your job. Children don't ask to be here. Children don't ask to be here. And when they get here as your responsibility, you have to watch your kids and watch who they are around. And if you're dating that person, that means you're still getting to know them. They should not be nowhere near your kids. Jarvis should not have had his ass around these kids. And he targeted women who had children. And when I heard that, I immediately thought about Ken. And I'm not saying that Ken is doing that, but it's just weird to me that that's all he wants to date is just women with children. Girls. He's real lovey-dovey and huggy on Trisha's daughter. I don't like that shit, because you're not her father. And you real, what's the word I'm looking for? You're real aggressive towards his father, like you don't want him around and you just want to be around. Why is that? I get weird vibes, y'all. Do y'all notice that? I'm not trying to say the Ken is a pedo, but I'm saying he was violated as a child. He said that. And when he said that, I stuck that in my mental Rolodex and I said, okay, I'm gonna keep that here. But as I started seeing different things on social media related to him and Trish and the kids and all of that, he don't want Marquez to be around for a reason. And that's his biological children. Like, you don't want to pull the pow on this man because you don't want him around when he try to come around to be a father. Is it something that you don't want people to see? Because Trish be out of the house a lot, going to go train people. I don't want to say it. I just get a weird vibe. I just get a weird vibe. When I saw the picture online of Ken hugging Trish's daughter, and it looked like an intimate hug to me, I didn't like it. I said, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. You're not daddy. Get the fuck off this girl. You're not daddy. It gave me weird vibes. Trish, watch your children. And then his prior girlfriend that he used to live with, that little girl be over there at Trish house all the time now. I be seeing pictures and videos because I follow them. That little girl, and she might be Trish, the same age as Trish's daughter, maybe 13 or so. She be around Trish's daughter. She be spending the night. She's there all the time. They need to watch their kids. That's all I'm saying. These women be too trusting with these men. Trish don't be there a lot because she works and she be out training. Ken be there because he be on the road, and when he come in, he's there. And he be watching them kids. And I'm just saying, you need to watch that shit. You be watching mine. But let's move on, child. Oof, Lord have mercy. You got to watch the kids. What time? 9. All right. You got to watch the kids. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying Ken is a pedo. I'm just saying some shit don't feel right. It just don't feel right. It just don't feel right. When my intuition says something, and most of the time it never leads me wrong. And when I see certain things and interactions, I'll be like, ugh, something don't feel right there. And I just kind of keep my eye on it. And most of the time I'll be right. Okay. So don't be surprised if y'all hear some shit. I'll be like, Caramel told you. All right. Let's get into Marlo Hampton, child. She is fussing about people saying that she's saying that she was offered $10,000 when she got her peach, and she was saying that ain't enough money. She said she made more money being a friend of the show on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So Marlo Hampton said that she was offered a peach years ago, but she did not accept it because they offered her only $10,000 to be on the show. She says that I was a friend for 10 years, but I chose to be a friend. And when they did offer me a peach again, she says it was not the time. So let's get into what she had to say. I don't feel like you should have gotten a peach. You should have stayed a friend of the show because you didn't have shit to talk about when you got your peach. But let's get into it.
I was offered a peach years ago. I was offered a peach in my living room with Nene Leakes and God bless the dead, Greg Leakes. And both of them told me accept the peach, but I would not because it was only $10,000. And at the time, I was making so much money. And I was like, Nene, I'm not doing this for no $10,000. No one's going to regulate what I do and how I live my life and get a percentage of what I do. I mean, I can show you guys the email tomorrow, but Nene definitely gonna keep it 100. I was offered a peach years ago, but everyone seems to forget about that. Y'all are weird. We are like, oh, she's been a friend for 10 years. I was a friend for 10 years because I chose to be a friend for 10 years. How the hell do you meet Marlo Hampton 10 years ago and offer me a friend position? I was offered a peach position right off the rip, okay? Nene Leakes and Greg Leakes sat in my living room and told me, girl, you better take that. You better accept it because it's going to turn into something more. And I was like, no, girl, I'm not doing that. Forget that. They ain't going to run me. And I feel that's one of the reasons why it took so long for me to get offered a peach. I really do. That's how I feel. Because what did I ever do to anyone that hate me so and take 10 years to offer me a peach? And when they did offer me a peach, I just felt it was not the time. No one on my show respected me. No one on my show liked me. Everyone for 10 years have said she's a whore, she's a prostitute, she's this, she's that. But there's no receipts. When I'm on a show that lives and die by receipts, no one still has shown a receipt. Show me one receipt of me being a whore. I was offered a peach.
They're giving out receipts now, people being whores. I ain't know they were doing that. Anybody got some whole receipts out there that I don't know about? When they start giving them out, she said, show me a receipt where I'm a whore. Girl, you the one came on the show and saying that you was with this person, that person, that you were dating all these men in the industry for a bag. You dated this old ass man. You trying to make it sound like you were, something else. That's what you gave. You put that information out there. So they just kind of put two and two together. You were dating this old ass man that was in his 70s, because he was like a billionaire, and that's how you got your townhouse. You said that on the show. Okay. So I don't know what you want people to think of you as, Marlo, because it's given. If people kept asking you, how do you make your money? You never told them that. So you left the door open for people to insinuate that you were something else and that you were out here a streetwalker and an prostitute getting your money. Because I said it the other day, if you're doing sexual favors for money, baby, that's exactly what that is. Go look it up. Go look at what prostitution means. That's exactly what that means. If you are doing things in exchange for money, that's sexual. That's sexual. That's absolutely what the fuck that is. So you can't get mad at people when you put that narrative out there and they continue to ask you season after season after season, Marlo, how do you make your money? God, girl, see, you opened that door. That was her answer, God. Yeah, Ted Turner, that's who she's dating. Ted Turner was his ass. He was 964 years old, and you was this young little whippersnapper out here, child, prancing around in your little red bottoms, happy that this old ass man was taking care of you and then bought you a townhome and other little bags and stuff like that. But then, the other women on the show had real jobs and other stuff going on. So you can't get mad at them when they see you coming on their platform and they're saying, okay, well, what is it that you do? And how did you get your money? And, how did you become who you are? And, well, I dated so-and-so. Oh, they were like, yeah, we already see it. As soon as you said that. Yeah, as soon as you say, well, I dated Ted Turner, and then I think she said she dated some NFL player, and he gave her a few bags, a few, coins or whatever here and there. So it's like you built your wealth and who you are. Your reputation was built off of dating wealthy men and acquiring things through sexual design. I'm pretty sure you had to do some stuff to get some stuff. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure your head was like this a few times, girl, to get that townhome. I know Ted Turner didn't give you no townhome, child, with up and down stairs, and that huge ass nice ass closet you got over. It's a nice closet though. Okay, that's the nice little townhome. You didn't get all that for doing nothing, for over there rubbing Ben Gay on his back. You didn't do that shit. You ain't rub no Ben Gay on his back and get no townhome. All right, you didn't do that. You had to get that Astroglide and get in there. Y'all know what that Astroglide is, for those of you. You had to put a little Astroglide down there. You had to give him his blue pill first. Let that kick in. That take about, 15, 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. And then you had to go in there and put some of that Astroglide on there. You had to wring the towel out on his ass a little bit. And, he said, okay, let's go down here and pick you out of townhouse because you did real good in here today, all right? All right, you got a little few stretch marks around your mouth down there fooling with Ted Turner, an NFL player, and you got you a few things in the industry. Kudos to you. All right, yeah, you had a few stretch marks. You got a few stretch marks around your mouth after that Astroglide and all that shit. Just kind of get your life up out there. I ain't mad at you, girl. Get it how you get it. But don't be out here getting mad at people for saying that you out here giving hoe vibes and asking people to give hoe receipts, because I don't think nobody keep those. I don't keep them. Shit. Whatever happened, happened. You out here dick hopping and thought shopping, baby. Don't get mad at somebody else because they call your ass out. It is what it is. All right. Moving on, try. There's a whole lot of dick hoppers and thought shoppers out there. You stay with your buggy, girl. You keep a buggy on you. You keep a good buggy on you from time to time. That's what people say now. I ain't say it. That's what the streets have said. All right, because I talk to the streets a lot. But let's move on, child, to some Little Marriage Huntsville news. All right. Ooh, y'all like how I clean that up, didn't you? There's a lot of thought shoppers out there. Ain't nothing wrong with y'all. Do what you got to do. I don't clock nobody coochie mouths and nobody dick mouths. Y'all do what you do. Get it how you get it, child. All right, so let's get into some Love Marriage Huntsville news. Child. I hope y'all can use. I'm sick of the Scots. I'm tired of their lying asses. I'm tired of y'all deflecting. I'm tired of y'all trying to control the narrative. Yeah, child. Yes, child. That's what they're doing out here. Rose Armstead is like, what? So, yeah, as you guys know, Love Marriage Huntsville is getting ready to, and I think in a week, get ready to start filming the new season. The Scots are saying that they do not want social media to be brought into the new season of the show. I feel like it should be, because Carlos, I think, has already made it clear that Tisha being on his mental Mondays, or well, what is it? whatever, child, something, Messy Mondays, that where she got on there calling Martell gay. Martell likes guys. He did in high school and college. In college, Martell ran with boys. Y'all remember that whole video. We talked about it till I'm blue in the face. So that's supposed to be shown on the new season of Love and Marriage Huntsville. So it's giving that it's going to be explosive from what I'm hearing from what my sources are telling me. The new season for Love and Marriage Huntsville will be explosive. The Scotts will have to share more, but what they're trying to do is run ahead of the narrative. Hence the reason they did this video. Let's go ahead and pull this up on my screen so y'all can watch with me. All right, I will be stopping it periodically to give commentary in between because that's how we like to do it. Y'all just follow me, all right? I ain't gonna steer you wrong, never do. Let's make it big because we love big, all right? So do you, Marlo. No shade. Anyway, so as you guys remember this video, I chose this one because it's chopped down a little bit. Shout out to What's Happening because we're going to look at her version. I actually covered this, but I like her version a little bit better because she chopped it a little bit. I ain't going to watch all that shit. So we're going to get through just the main points of this video where Marceau and Tisha are sitting here saying that they don't want social media influenced from the internet onto the show. They don't feel like it's being fair to them that social media is taking over what's being shown on the show because now they want to show Black excellence. Tisha said, we're doing businesses. We're business people. We're college people. We're in sororities and fraternities. And then she mentions that she and Marceau are in therapy for their marriage. Well, we don't give a fuck now because like I said the other day when we asked you, were there any infidelities in your marriage, you kept saying no. Keke brought out some stuff, rest in peace to her. Melody have talked about some stuff. Everybody else have talked about stuff. Even Martell have blasted you guys about stuff that you had going on. Tisha, we talked about you being in the back of Buicks. Marceau, we talked about you running trains on people and going up in people. Martell didn't say if it was boys or girls, but we do remember you said, what if I kissed the boy? So it led me to believe it might have been some boys in the room, maybe hypothetically, and I don't know, allegedly. At the end of the day, I feel like if Melody Cherie can be blasted and embarrassed about her business and what she went through, bitch, it's your turn. Everybody gets a turn, just like in your threesomes, okay? Everybody gets a turn. So we're not going to sit up here now and say what's not going to be shown, and then you try to call out production and sneak diss them because they choose to put up your indiscretions that you guys have been through. That's very much so valid. He said, oh, that stuff, we don't need to see that. We absolutely need to see it. I want to see it. Thank you, production, for also putting their bullshit up there. Okay. They said, can you sing Fantasia in Tisha's book? Why not be having me acting up on here? See, listen, I just got resaved again, and I've been trying to give my life to the Lord in 2025, and here y'all come trying to have me out here acting a fool again. How many times do I got to get saved? What is the day? What's the date? Damn, the 16th. I've been saved about 10 times already this year. Lord, we'll get to it, okay? Y'all crazy. All right, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and start playing this, child, because
I'm to cook. I don't care what she got to do.
Stop it.
Okay, what she got to do.
You do not look good without makeup, too. I just want to point that out. I don't know why the fuck you sitting here with this damn horn sitting in the top of your damn head and these damn glasses on. I don't know, girl. Maybe your makeup artist, she wasn't available, but girl, no wonder he let you have half of your face on screen. But anyway, let's go.
All right.
I'm loving all this pink and green out here. I see y'all.
It's almost y'all time, ain't it, man?
Yes, almost J-15. What it is? I gotta make this post because we have something.
Y'all ain't got no heat in y'all house. Why y'all got all these damn clothes on? Tisha, why you got this sweater on? Marceau, why you got this hoodie on? Why you got this hat on? Y'all ain't got no heat in y'all house over there? I don't know.
Black for us.
All right. Are y'all entertained? How's everything, man? Y'all liking the season so far? Let's see the comments. I want to see if y'all liking the season.
No,
for dinner.
We're not.
Just basic baked chicken, green beans, rice with the gravy on top. Yes, J15 around the corner, baby. Yes.
How do you cook the rice?
Bake. Well, I got something in the crock pot too because my son told me he can't eat fried food anymore, y'all, because he started back with track. So
no. Do anybody bake their rice? I've never heard of that. I'm sorry. I've never. Anybody bake their rice, Tisha? You learned that shit from Wanda.
I really don't like that comment.
What's the comment?
I don't want to feel like I really don't compare myself to people, so I don't want to be like better. So I'm not a big fan of that comment. I don't like the season. I like
loving this season.
They don't be born. Yeah. There we go.
I've been styling myself. Y'all think it's been a stylist? Ooh, thank you. It's been me.
But some of your cast is full of Tisha.
People drunk or high.
Too negative. You know what? Negativity is a part of life. You know, That's one thing we can depend on in life. There's a positive and a negative side to everything in life, or it wouldn't exist. So, that just comes with it. It just comes with it. Comeback group. You know what's funny? The comeback group still exists and is still doing its thing. But
how does the comeback group exist and still doing their thing when Melody ain't a part of it? It's supposed to be all 6 of you guys. So how do you guys still run and still try to say that the comeback group is still doing things and building? And it's not a comeback group anymore. Carlos was trying to push that mess this season too. Melody is not a part of no comeback group. She's been gotten out of that. Martell is not a part of it as well. I think they just filmed together to make it look like, but no, Melody has pulled out. She sold her shares. She's done. And they were mad as hell when she did. Why do they keep trying to push the damn comeback group? That's lies.
So real. We just want to get into it a little bit. I got a chance to watch last night's scene, and I wanted to know how y'all liking it. I mean, are y'all entertained? Is this the kind of entertainment you guys are looking for? In terms of, I just watched the last couple minutes of it between us and Martell come and sit down. Is this what you guys are?
This what you came to see?
Is this what you came to see, baby? Is that what love and marriage to African American couples revitalizing their community?
Well,
is that what you came to see?
And this is why we're asking these questions, because we're getting ready to start back filming next season.
Are we living separately? That's such a dumb question. Hey, no. I just want to say something real quick. Guys, outside of television, I'm not really an asshole. I'm a dick. And I can tell you right now,
we know that.
Jokes will be given out. So if you want to ask stupid questions that you got from YouTube, I'm here for it. And don't start all of that. He goes back and forth with women, because I don't know if you're a woman or not, but start the dumb shit.
Let's keep it cute. So anyway, y'all, we're about to start back filming this next season. And after watching last night's episode, we was like, are we on the right track? Like, we want to make sure that when we start back filming next week, we're really catering to our fan base. We was like, is this what the people came to Love and Marriage Huntsville to see? Like, I know I'm tired.
Well, here's the thing. And a lot of guys, you might not know this, but you can call the Scots anything, but we're fast learners. Okay?
We have another, I think we have another 2 weeks before the reunion. I see somebody asking. I think it's another 2 weeks before the reunion, comes on.
Okay.
As it gets closer, I'll remind you guys, of course, on my channel so that you guys will know when the reunion is coming on so you don't miss it. Of course, I will be covering it, okay? So you'll get every detail, everything that somebody say, I will definitely let you guys know. Y'all know I'm very thorough with my reviews. Let's go.
And so in reality, in real life, here's what goes on. And we've been doing this, is going to be with our 10th season now. And it took us a little bit, I'll say 2 seasons to catch on. But right away, right when we start filming, because we're about to start filming coming up this next week, right when we're about to start filming for a new season, on comes the social media bullshit, okay? On comes people that just, and traditionally, and I'm saying the hosts because it used to be Melody and Martell. Now I kind of feel like it's more Martell. This is not a slander. This is just what happens. You guys go back and look at it. You can say, right before we start filming, we start getting a lot of influx of bullshit on social media, right? And so we're like, what's going on? What's going on?
Why all of a sudden is it bullshit because it involved you though, Marceau? That's my question. Why all of a sudden is it bullshit when it involved you? Was it bullshit when that shit came out with Melody and Martell about the harassing communication and the revenge piece? That was some bullshit. Now that was bullshit. And you took your ass down there and hopped in their conversation, in their situation. You had to do a whole news thing on that. That had nothing to do with you. And that was also on social media as well. But you took it upon yourself to go and speak on a situation that had nothing to do with you. So now that the tables have turned and it's being done to you, now it's bullshit. And Melody confronted you about that on the show. Like she said, Marceau, this don't have nothing to do with you. Why are you going out there and speaking on it? You said your friend reached out to you and asked you, could you come and talk about that? You should have said, and Melody told you, respectfully, this has nothing to do with me. I'd rather not speak on this, da-da-da-da-da. You didn't do that, but you were happy to do that because you're a clout chaser. You like to ride off other people's clout, I noticed, because you did it a lot this particular season in situations that had nothing to do with you. You conveniently placed yourself in situations with other people in terms of what they were dealing with in order to get 1, screen time, and 2, clout. You did. You did it with Marquez when he was trying to holler at Mel at Mimosas, when you already told him that you didn't want nothing to do with it, but you were right there clock blocking like a mother sucker in their business.
And then what we noticed is we start talking about that bullshit, right? And so it's like, damn. So now another season's coming up and we're looking at it and I'm looking like, I don't know about y'all. I don't have a lot of fun filming dumb shit. I don't have a lot of fun filming dumb shit because there's not a lot of win for it.
He's nervous because production and Carlos, they're allowing this stuff that's going on between him and Martell to trickle over into the new season for views. Okay, he don't like that shit because that's getting ready to open the floodgates to a lot of their secrets. Y'all keep in mind, they've been holding on to shit since season 1. They came onto this platform with the idea of telling Carlos and Kingdom Reign Production that if their infidelities were speaking on, they're quitting the show. So now Marcel is becoming very uneasy at the fact that their secrets are getting ready to be spilled. Who knows what's going to be talked about this season? I mean, who knows? Martell jumped it off at Destiny's Big D Energy event, and the stuff that he told them was just like, wow. That embarrassed the hell out of them. So they don't know what's going to become the next season, because what he's trying to do is get ahead of it and saying to production and Carlos, we don't want that shit spilling over to the next season. We want to talk about other stuff because we have other things going on in our lives that we would like to share. But Carlos is like, because y'all know Carlos like mess. Carlos like mess. He does. So Tisha, you open Pandora's box, so roll with it, baby.
There's not a lot of win for it. Here's the thing. Number one, guys don't go back and forth. That's the thing. All right. If you live in anywhere in Negroville, USA, or you know about African American men and the crime rates or men in general and the conflict, men don't traditionally go back and forth without something escalating, right? And they certainly don't do it week in and week out, week in and week out. So that's not a thing that is going to be something I want to engage in, right? And especially not when you're doing a TV show. This is work for us, right? And it's not real. It's not real. I mean, we're saying like, just think about this when we were filming.
Let me stop you right there. Now, you're sitting here saying that you guys are acting and it's not real. When Martell tried that bullshit before on Carlos King, Carlos went on his podcast and said that his shows are absolutely real, that every single storyline is pretty much what's going on in their life. So now y'all are sitting here because y'all shit are coming out with you are doing threesomes, foursomes, Tisha out here being nasty in the back of Buicks. Now y'all want to come out and say, oh, we're acting. None of this is real. And you want to insult the viewers and people in the comments because they're questioning you guys about this bullshit. You don't want it shown on the show because it's embarrassing. Well, if Mel got to be embarrassed, so do you guys. I'm sorry. It's unfortunate that you did a lot of fucked up stuff and it's coming to light now. Roll with it. I'm just saying. Carlos said his show is real. Martell said it as well. Y'all don't feel my real life. He said that bullshit where he had me sitting over there in front of Melanie and bringing her flowers, that was bullshit. That's fake. And Carlos went right on his Messy Mondays and said, no, my show is not fake. Let me correct you. So I don't know what you're talking about here that it's fake. No.
You can let somebody disrespect your wife. Like, guys, this is not fucking real. Like, you're not in danger. Like, no one's in danger. Like what can you really do besides go to jail? Like, what can you really do? What can you really do? Tell somebody.
So let's go back to the Madani incident where there was a fight between the Scotts and Martell and where Wanda was running up on Melody. Was that situation real? Because Wanda's kicked off the show behind that bullshit. Was that real? I'm just throwing out some scenarios here. Was that situation real or were y'all acting? Because if y'all were acting, why is Wanda not still on the show? Hello? If you guys were acting, if this show is real and these scenes that you guys are filming on this show that Carlos King said is real, if that's the case, if Wanda ran up on Mel, scratched her, was inappropriate trying to fight her, why is it that Wanda is not on this show anymore? Because that shit was real. It was real where you were being pulled back, where you were trying to fight Martell and you guys were being held back. That situation was real. You know why? Because the police came there to shut that situation down. The police came there because you guys were being too volatile on set. Sunny even said that shit was real. She was holding back grown men on the set because y'all were fighting. So ain't no damn acting there. So y'all can spare me with that bullshit. All of a sudden it's acting now when y'all infidelities get brought to light.
They're not going to shut up. You're going to have to physically make them shut up. And after you physically make them shut up, what's going to happen? That's an assault charge. All right.
Well, the content is real. Someone asked like how much of the content is real. The content is real.
No. That's not true. That's not true. There's never a situation.
Tisha just said the content is real. Now he's cutting her off saying no, that it's not. It is absolutely real. It is absolutely real.
Outside of cameras around us, that you and I would be sitting next to Martell.
No.
Guys, we don't have cameras around us when we go live at Black, when we go live at games, when we go live anywhere else. You never see that. You never see it. And so, listen, we're not trying to give away, we're not trying to break down the fourth wall. We're not trying to tell what's going to happen, right?
No, what we want to do is that we really wanted to talk to our fan base because we see what goes down on social media, and we're about to start back filming. And so we're like, listen, what are we going to cover? Like, we want to show what's really going on with us. We want our fans to really see, what's going on. Like, we're tired of feeling like we have to dumb ourselves down to entertain the Black community. We tired of people keep telling us, well, drama sell. And it's like, we have real drama.
Well, no.
The real drama is you guys have some infidelities in your marriage. The real drama is you and Marlo have been separated for most of the season. The real drama is that your business, Black, has been shut down, and it's also been confirmed by Ariane, who said that she's been there and the bitch was shut down. And we're hearing that you guys had some issues with your liquor license. That's the real issue, but y'all don't show that. We see and hear about that on social media. Thankfully, the content creators cover it, and that's how we keep everybody abreast in terms of what's going on. So don't sit up, Tisha, and try to say what we're doing in the Black community. Carlos ain't trying to film you guys passing out turkeys. He want to see the motherfucker acting like a turkey out here and hearing about people doing threesomes. That's what sells. Yes, drama does sell. And if y'all have a problem with that, kindly get your ass up off the show. That's what it boils down to. If you don't want to share what's really going on, the juicy stuff, I don't care about you going to counseling. I don't care about you being a Sarah. I don't care. The Pandora's box have been opened now, where we talked about Tisha being a 304 out here. Marceau, you've been out here sleeping with women behind Martell, according to him. That's what the new season is going to be about. So if you guys don't want to discuss it, then and you want to sit out here and call out Carlos and production, then maybe y'all should step down from the show, because you've not really shown anything this season or any other season. You piggybacked off other people's misfortunes and you tried to make it your own to avoid talking about your bullshit. And we're tired of that. The viewers have peaked it and we're tired of it. We're tired of it. You piggybacked on Mel and Martell's divorce. You piggybacked off this revenge piece situation only to find out that all of you guys knew about it and have seen it, because Tisha, you said it on Messy Monday.
Oh, no, not just that. Drama sells only to a certain group of ignorant people. If they just constantly need drama in their life, it only caters to one small demographic.
But that's what reality TV is, drama. It's about making the network make money. It's boring. This is not a Yana Fix My Life. We ain't trying to fix life. We want to see drama, an occasional fight. Who's sleeping with who? Who breaking up? Who getting a divorce? That's what we want to see.
The rest of the people actually logged in to see other stuff. Now you can have a healthy dose of drama inside of it, but you don't have to have drama all the time. It's just junk food all the time. And people say, how come y'all don't film this? Well, this season we filmed me going to Kimmy's, doing Kimmy's build out. That didn't show. We showed Tisha and I going on dates. That didn't show. We
don't want to see y'all going on dates because y'all are really separated. Production know it's bullshit. He filmed me and Tisha going on dates. Y'all did dates before at Black. And we could see the contention between the two of y'all. We can see the tension. And every time Melody come into the picture or she step her foot in Black, Tisha start crying. We don't want to see y'all go on dates because y'all ain't really together like that. Tisha, y'all ain't in love like that. It's bullshit. Thank you, production, for not letting them control the narrative.
Really sweet, really nice.
We had some moments because if you guys have been following us on the show, you guys know that. And sometimes the fans call it out and like, hey, they hit the nail on the head with that. You guys can look at certain seasons like, Tisha and Marlo are not connecting right there. And it has been moments that we have not been connecting while filming the television show.
We want to see your most authentic selves.
We're ourselves, y'all. I don't know.
You can't be your authentic self when you get edited out to be in the box.
Yeah. See how he don't let her finish speaking? That's another thing I don't like about him. You fucking narc. She's trying to really tell some stuff. Tisha's trying to be transparent a little bit. He gonna always talk over her and cut her off when she gets ready to start telling the truth. And then always, everything she's saying, if you guys notice in this video, he's disagreeing with. Do y'all notice that? I don't see no oneness here. I don't see no united front here. There's no united front with Marlo. Tisha's saying one thing and he's coming behind her chopping down everything she has to say. and it's crazy.
Yeah, we're ourselves. We have no control over what shows up, but we're 100% ourselves. And in the future, we have never like came and tried to defend anything that has shown on television. Right. We let it play out the way it's gonna play out. No, but right now, we're tired of social media trying to control our narrative.
Well, it's not social media kind of control our narrative. It's Martell. What happens is this, all right? And I'm just calling a spade. What happens is right before we start filming, Martell gets on. There's an onslaught of bullshit on social media, right? And so now, in talking to production, and I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen, right? And I'm not saying because the season has not started yet, so I'm not saying that this is happening. I'm saying that I'm just putting myself in a mindset of.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was never meant to be beautiful. You worked within my budget.
Now I can say this, and I'm not taking up for Martell, but Martell usually is quiet. Martell is not usually on social media like that. He doesn't have a social media presence like that, okay? He really don't, you guys. Martell is rarely, I think the Scotts are on social media more than Martell. When Martell does come on social media, it's some real shit that he's talking about. And they are nervous that now Martell they're not friends anymore, which then that opens the door for Martell to be as petty as he can be. And they know that Martell knows a lot of shit about them. So they are nervous going into this new season that there are going to be certain things that's going to be talked about, that Martell is going to be doing confessionals and spilling tea on what the Scotts have been doing. And they're nervous about that. So now they're trying to redirect what production and what the show is going to be about the new season in terms of now wanting to talk about business. When we've been asking that from season 1, the show was supposed to be about Black business, wealth, people building houses. We've not seen that. So now y'all want to come back and pull up the comeback group. Now y'all want to talk about y'all are building, that you were building some shit with Kimmy. We don't give a fuck about that now. Now that Pandora's box has been opened, we're not closing it. We're not, my hand is like this on the lid, bitch. No, the fuck you're not closing the lid on this. No, you're not. I'm predicting that this is going to be the best season ever. You know why? Because motherfuckers are going to be held accountable. And accountability does not like to be had by people who are Knox. And Knox is this motherfucker sitting on the couch with this black shirt on right here and this red hat. He knows his ass is grass this season. He knows his ass is grass this season. And Martell is the damn lawnmower. And he is nervous as fuck. Tisha is too. She don't know what else Martell is going to say. That's why she's running from scenes. When she see Martell, she get the fuck out of there because she's like, hell no, I don't know what he's going to say. I ain't going to say no smart shit to him. My method is going to be every time I see Martell, I'm going to run off. That's why she did that shit when she sat down with Destiny at that little biscuit shop. She did the same shit at Destiny's Madonna event. As soon as Martell sat down, Tisha got nervous. I'm getting ready to go. Marceau said, no, sit here. You know why? Because I'm not about to take this L by myself. You about to catch a stray too, bitch. If he about to tell my shit, you going to sit here as well. Because Martell don't give a fuck. Marceau don't give a fuck about Tisha. He's like, I ain't about to take no damn stray by myself. Sit here. If you was giving head, bitch, we going to talk about my three. If he going to talk about my threesomes, he going to talk about you giving head. Sit your ass right here. That's exactly what he did.
Oh. What if you were a lazy producer? What would you do? And if I was a producer and I wanted to do something lazy, then I would just look on social media, see what's popping and see what's going on, and then make my cast interact with that. You
might seem nervous. Y'all hear what he just said? If I was a producer and I was lazy, now he's trying to say Kingdom Reigns producers are lazy now because they're choosing to look on social media with the receipts that were dropped from what Martell put out. And that's what he's talking about. He doesn't want that brought out there because, one, you're on that receipt both times. Those receipts Martell dropped, Marceau is on those receipts both times. And they're talking about Tisha being nasty with said person on that receipt. Now, I'm hearing the guy in question that was in the back of the Buick, he also co-signed some stuff on his social media account as well. I'm going to have to dig him up. We're going to have to get him. We're going to have to hear from him as well. But let's continue.
I have some kind of scene where Marceau and Tisha there, and I bring everybody all around, and I have someone like Chris Fletcher come to me and just talk regular stuff, and then they say, so man, what's going on with your boy in social media? Because it's clear. Here's one thing. Martell put a lot of stuff out on social media. I didn't respond because I don't have time. There is no response for the dumb shit. Like, literally, I'm a petty guy. There's really no response to it. There's no response to it because it's asinine and it's ridiculous. And it's like, dog, I got shit to do. He put the post out there, and so then all of a sudden, that was in what, December?
I don't know.
So he's been doing all of this stuff in December. Now here comes January. We're expected to come up and we're going to start talking about it from January till shit, I don't know, March.
Bitch, you're going to talk about it as long as it takes to talk about it. You know how long they've been talking about Mel and Martell's divorce since season 1. Y'all jumped in on the bullshit as well. They've been talking about Mel and Martell's divorce since season 1. Mel has been divorced going on 6 years and they still talking about Mel and Martell's bullshit. And y'all been talking about it as well. So why, per se, why are you guys trying to change the narrative and get ahead of how long somebody get to talk about some shit when it's on y'all? If we want to talk about it for the next year, bitch, that's exactly what needs to happen. You don't get to tell somebody, oh, they just put a receipt out in December and here we are in January and we're still talking about it. No, we're going to talk about it through the whole season. Oh, we're going to talk about it through the whole season. And if you got a problem with that, go back down there to the movie theater and crank up that popcorn machine and baby get the popping, okay? Tisha, take your thick tongue ass back down there to the customer service place where you were working at with the cable company prior to being on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and baby, let everybody press 1 for English and not understand a goddamn thing you got to say. Let's continue. Oh, I'm about to get petty.
Then we're going to let that guy get some other stuff and then go do a reunion in April. So, I mean, in October. So we'll be talking about this shit for a whole nother fucking year.
Oh, yeah. We would.
Like, that's what I would do if I was a lazy producer. I would let one of the cast members get on social media and decide he's going to write the narrative for everyone. And so now we get to talk about what the cast member wants to talk about. We get to talk about bullshit.
Once again, it's not bullshit. It's facts. And you're nervous about those facts because those facts are being brought from social media, which means that's really what's going on in your lives. You guys say you want to talk about what's going on in your lives, but then you want to choose what you want to talk about. And it doesn't work that way. Do you think Melody chose to talk about her husband cheating on her and having a whole baby on her where she's on national television crying from the embarrassment and the hurt where she's talking about she's sitting in closets and dealing with anxiety attacks? Do you think she wanted that shit to be played on television? She has sat through season after season after season dealing with that bullshit. She's still dealing with shit from Martell. Do you think that she wants to sit on national television and talk about that when she was talking about trying to get Martell to get his divorce, where he got rid of his damn attorney, and she's fussing at him and crying and talking about how hurt she was? Do you think she enjoyed that shit? And it was all over social media because during the time that they were dealing with their divorce, not only was she dealing with that, she was also dealing with Ariane on social media, trolling her, talking shit about her, putting receipts up there about her. So if Melody had to deal with that shit, so do y'all. And it's not fair. And I'm tired of Carlos protecting and coddling the Scotts. And there's too many Scotts on this damn show anyway. Kim and Maurice, y'all asses can go. We don't give a fuck what y'all building. I don't give a damn about no hot dog stand. I'm sick of Kimmy. I'm sick of Deacon DUI. All y'all asses can get the fuck off the show. If you're refusing to share, get off. It already been saying it needs to be another recast anyway. Y'all ain't got real shit going on. You can't even keep your businesses open. So how are you black businessmen if you can't keep your shit open? You don't even pay your taxes at your business. So y'all are some broke bums sitting on our television screens every Saturday at 8 p.m. fronting and fake flossing for the audience, but then you want to get ahead of what's going to happen at the next season because you're scared that your shit and your slip is hanging? No, we're going to show that shit. And I hope Martell drops some more receipts on y'all ass. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all asses get. I'm happy that finally y'all guys are being held accountable. I'm happy. Oh, I'm happy.
Yeah, so we tell our castmates, do not come to us asking us nothing about no social media posts.
Oh, we're gonna ask you. Now I'm about to hop in your DMs after this live. And bitch, I'm gonna ask you. Matter of fact, I might do another live talking about the DMs. And I might tag you. That's just how petty I'm feeling this morning. You don't get to tell somebody not to ask you. You're a public figure. They get to ask you what the fuck they want. And if you don't like it, get your nappy braid wearing ass up off the screen. Sitting up there looking like Baby Bop off damn Barney.
We don't want to hear what nobody said about us on social media.
We can fake it though.
We
You don't want to know because your ass went on there and was looking at them damn receipts and hopped your ass up there on messy Monday to talk about it and get ahead of. You do care. You see it. I can say we were just seeing everything that was on the media. Yeah, you did see it. That's why your ass on live now because you're trying to get ahead of it because your fucking ass is embarrassed.
I want to hear it. We can talk about how we putting this investment package together for this modern home that we're building right here in Huntsville. Unless y'all don't want to hear about that.
We can talk about what recent.
We don't want to hear about no house that y'all not building in no Huntsville because we already found out that the nigga don't build. Next.
Give me a doing building out. They bought the old Aunt Betty Mays and brought a couple acres next to it.
Y'all want to say y'all want
to trying to hurry up and get a storyline now. Nigga, no, we already got one. Thank you. Your cheating is the storyline. Get with it.
Talk about the comeback group. We're actually doing comeback group stuff.
Listen, you can mix drama into it. It doesn't have to be fictitious drama. It doesn't have to be weird stuff. I mean, so what we're saying is like, what I'm saying is this: we're not breaking the fourth wall. We're not telling you about scenes because we have not started filming yet. But I am cautious. I would say this, guys. You know what Tisha and I did to respond to the crap on social media from March.
I thought y'all didn't want to talk about social media. Why y'all spinning the block on social media again? Y'all are very much so bothered about them receipts. I can see. Y'all are very nervous about Martell. Y'all know he is a ticking time bomb. He is getting ready to snap off on y'all asses this season. Ariane has already said it in the recorded phone calls that y'all don't fuck with each other and that Martell is thoroughly upset with y'all. You have taunted Martell this season. So Martell is definitely going to be on his get back. And you very nervous about that, Marcel. For you to go live, for you and Tisha to sit in a live together and be confronting this bullshit about what's happening on next season when y'all don't even know what production is going to show.
Area, right? You know our response. That was our real response.
It's fair.
If you see another filmed response, please know that that's fake. Please know that that's us acting in the moment because someone told us they want to talk about it. They're going to get Maurice or Chris Fletcher or maybe even Marquez because he wants to be part of the group now. Get Marquez come up and talk to me at some random ass event talking about some, hey man, so how do you feel about stuff on social media? And forcing me to talk about it. I can't, but no comment. No comment. So I might say something small, then they'll cut my whole thing down. And guys, let me just show you how
that's called editing. I know about editing. I have to edit my videos. It's called editing. You're going to have to edit. But that don't mean that it's fake. Because they only can give what you give. They can only edit what you give them. Okay? And yes, we do know that you are supposed to be put in certain situations. Okay? You're supposed to be put in certain situations and film with certain people. You guys know prior to being in certain scenes that you're going to be filming with said person because that's what's on the script. Okay, but most of the time you guys are just winging it, and or this person say something and then you say something. So you guys kind of are not acting. You do know prior to being in said scene you're going to be in that scene. But the situation that happened at the park when Martell snapped off and was telling that, I don't feel like that was scripted at all. I don't feel like that was acting. I feel like Martell was mad, and I feel like you guys, judging by the way you acted, Marceau, because you always like to bow your head when you get read down real good. That's how I know that was not acting. And it wasn't acting because you guys are sitting on my screen right now trying to backpedal and coochie pop about this situation. And we want to see what's going on. We do.
Reality TV works. All right. You are getting the real. Like getting a real burger.
So is it real or not?
But once you slice it up, take off the bun, take off the ketchup, take off the cheese, all you're left with is a pickle.
Maybe a little bit of meat.
Yeah, a pickle and a little bit of meat. Well, technically, we gave them the burger. They cut it up and gave you back pickle and meat. So when you keep wondering why this shit's sour, because it's the fucking shit. And reality, that's one of the main reasons why we don't come in and defend it. Because this is reality and this is television. Okay. And so with that, I don't want to break you guys' understanding of television. I look at, and that's one of the reasons why I don't get upset about how I'm viewed in your eyes. Because I look at the television, I look at it and I say, you know what? Me looking at the TV and not knowing this guy, I wouldn't like him either. In some situations, I might think the guy's funny. I would think that his beard is too low, and I would be upset that I never see his top teeth. But at the same time, I would not. I mean, I wouldn't like the guy all the time, right? I probably understand him because I'm intelligent, and most people that like me, have a sense of intelligence.
You're intelligent, but it took you 6 years to get a bachelor's in business degree. You intelligent though? It don't take 6 years, baby. It takes 4.
Intelligence, and so. A lot of times, if you don't like me, it's because you're stupid.
Good job.
Okay, so I hear y'all saying like, don't complain, leave the show. I think.
Shut the fuck up. All right? Well, no, shut the fuck up. Because if here's the thing, all right? When you don't complain, we're builders. We don't like shit, we change shit. All right. So you, the dummy that says, "Oh, if you don't like it, you can leave." Go leave your job.
Well, no, this is
that struck a chord. They ain't want to hear that shit. They told him, if you don't like it, then leave the show. Oh, that made him so mad to where he insulted the people in the comments and went off into this cursing and went off and started cussing them out, child. Oh, that bothered him. Leave the show. He ain't gonna dare do that when he's trying to climb up to be the next Mel and Martell on the show. Marceau has a goal. So to tell him to get off the show, oh my goodness, that made him mad.
What I wanted to say is that you cannot like something and you can say, no, I'm not letting social media create my narrative on the show that I'm on. And I'm not going to dumb myself down to entertain people who wants to just say whatever they want to on social media. You guys have a group of college educated people on the show. Most of us, we're all in sororities. We're in fraternities. We're like Black excellence, for real, for real. Like, we're not joking. And so y'all want us to play it low for entertainment?
Then get off the show. That's all they're saying. They just said it to you. If you have all these things to lose by being on the show where you are permitted to cause and or be a part of drama and y'all don't want to be a part of that, then get off the show. Maybe you're not the person to be on there to orchestrate what Carlos is trying to do. That's why Akeisha left. That's why Willie left. That's why So Gucci left. That's why JJ left. That's why so many other people have decided not to fuck with him. Winter Wonderland is another one. There's so many people who've worked under Carlos. The expectation is you're going to get in there. You're going to be ratchet because I need views. Get in there and do it. So if you're not going to do it, then get off the show. If you are Sarah and you have businesses that you got to protect and your reputation, you're not the person for the job. But it gives that this might be the only source of income that you guys might have coming, like real source of income coming in, and you don't want to leave miss that check because according to Tisha, she said that Kingdom Reign do pay them well. So I don't see you backing away from this show when your whole idea of being on the show is to try to supersede Mel in terms of you guys being the new Mel and Martell, the new kings and queens of the show, and the shit ain't gonna work. That's why they're fighting to fix their reputation and what Martell is putting out, because people are not going to respect them as that. Marceau has a goal. Marceau has a goal to be the top dog on this show. So for people to hear that he is just this nigga who don't work, who is out here having threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes on his wife, who sit down at damn show all damn day long playing Tetris on the computer and soliciting women in the DMs, people don't respect him as such. So he's trying to get ahead of that and saying he doesn't want Kingdom Reign, Carlos, and production to bring that onto the show, because what he's trying to orchestrate and he wants to get him and Tisha at the top, they can't do it if that's out there. So we need y'all to not believe that because we're acting. Don't focus on what social media is saying, because we're focusing on trying to become the top dogs on this show. No matter what we got to do it. That's what I see. That's exactly what I see.
There's so many different ways that you guys can be entertained.
Unless you're stupid. Unless you're all stupid and you can only be entertained by dumpster fires. I mean, literally, like, think about it. Okay, here's the scene. Random coffee. Everyone comes in. Music goes low. The weird person that has a conflict with the other person comes in. Sit down at the table. Hey, guys, how's everything going? Run on. Flash to the person they're having conflict with. Now, all of a sudden, they're either talking, they're not talking. Flash forward, they're arguing about who said, he said, she said, he said, she said, blah, 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 blah. Okay, guys, how we gonna move forward? See you next week. Same dumb shit every fucking week.
Well,
same shit every week.
What you guys have to realize is this right here. You have a developer on the TV show. Y'all have a Black general contractor on the television show that's building apartment complexes, that's building retail plazas. You guys have
that's struggling. That's suing people.
Yeah.
That's working for free. That had to sue someone. You know the funny thing?
Yeah, let's talk about that lawsuit, because we never brought that up.
That's because we won the lawsuit.
We won the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Last year.
What was the lesson learned in that?
The lesson learned?
What was the lesson learned?
Oh, the lesson learned in that right there is never feel blessed to be here. You know, sometimes that, you know, God will elevate you.
Update, you didn't win the lawsuit. You guys settled. You didn't win the lawsuit. Y'all settled. Okay, that's what that was. You didn't win it, y'all settled. So stop making it look like y'all went to court with all this evidence against y'all. Y'all did not win the lawsuit. You guys settled. Zen Garden settled with you guys. Okay, so y'all didn't win. So stop trying to big yourself up like y'all went in there and kicked ass in court, because you did not.
She will put you in positions that you feel that you don't deserve, and as a result, you are intimidated to exercise your full confidence in that matter. Meaning, let me break it down. Meaning that I should have sent the invoices. Even though the project was delayed because of COVID, I should have sent the invoices on time. I should have put a lien on the project early. I should have demonstrated a lot more courage than I did. But I was feeling like, well, God bless me, and I'm blessed to be here. So I'm just going to just hope and pray that everything works out. No, I was there for a reason, and I was picked for a reason. So the lesson I learned is that God's going to put you in positions to fight your Goliath, but He's going to expect you to fight. He's going to expect that you are the right person for the right job, and know that if God puts you in position, you're the best person for that job. And you go out there with authority, you go out there with confidence, and even if you're a new general contractor that doesn't really know what you're doing, fuck it. God put you in that position. God helped you out. And at the end of the day, what you really have to say is like, you have to put this stuff to test. You really got to be like, if God be for me, who can be against me? When you realize in your life that Goliath never stood a fucking chance against David because David had God, then you start understanding.
How are you talking about God and you cussing people out? You was just 1 second saying, fuck you, fuck this. And now you want to be talking about some David and Goliath. When you become so spiritual, Marceau, you really, your spirit is really troubled right now. Who knew you even knew anything about God? Who knew you even been to church before? The way you act,
standing drunk. That's why you should be there. Why God put you in this position? You know what I'm saying? So I think the lesson that I learned in the lawsuit in that is that you know what, stand on your shit, be on business, right? And you may not be where you want to be, but you actually are here. You may not be there, but you're here, and you're worth something at that moment.
And you're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. You're where you're at for a reason. And so this television show is where it's at for a reason. We're all on this show for a reason. And we want to really inspire and do the best that we can while we're here, because this is just a season of our life. And I know you guys keep saying, well, you're not being open. We are. I'm being as honest as possible. I have nothing to hide.
We're not talking about ourselves. We're not talking about ourselves.
I believe that when you go through a situation in life and you make it to the other side, you share that, because your story can inspire so many other people.
I think you got to share it before you get to the other side.
No, you can share it while you're going through it, but there's no better way than to share your success once you made it through, or to share your story once you made it through.
I don't think so.
I
think that
he lives to disagree with her. She can't say a damn thing. He is gonna always come in on top of everything she said. That's so embarrassing, Marceau, to always belittle her and always chop her down when she says something. I mean, it already takes a lot for her to say the shit to make a sentence anyway. So when she finally get the shit out, here he comes, and I totally disagree with that, babe. I totally disagree with that, babe. Shut up and let her talk. You have dominated the entire video. Damn.
I think the problem why there's so many people that sit back and they say, I would never want a marriage like that. I never want a marriage like that. Is because they see marriages like.
She just have to sit and stare at him while he talk. That is so fucking crazy. That's the relationship they have. She have to sit there and be quiet and just stare at him while he talk. And as soon as she open her mouth to talk, he overtalk her. He's so damn disrespectful.
This blissful shit that they see on Instagram. And what they don't see is the couples that disagree but still love each other. Right. They don't see the couples that are frustrated at times, that go through time, that they go through. Yeah, we're in counseling right now.
Yeah, we're in counseling right now
for the first time, because we was like, man, shit,
we got to get better.
I don't know if this is for us. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that a lot of times,
that's weird to me that they would announce they're in counseling, because Marceau, when Dr. What's the doctor that was on there? Dr. Francis, when Dr. Francis was on there trying to do counseling, Marceau fought tooth and nail not to have counseling. He was saying, I don't need counseling. I don't need to go to counseling. You can go to counseling, Tisha. I'm not going to counseling. Why are you going to counseling now? I feel like you guys are running to go to counseling so that y'all can throw that in on the show to avoid talking about other things that Martell might be trying to put out. I think that they're trying to say, oh, me and Tisha have been going through some things after you said y'all never did. All of a sudden, now that the season is getting ready to film, all of a sudden, y'all want to come out talking about y'all in counseling now. We never went to counseling. We never did. Mind you, y'all been separated several times. You just ain't talked about the shit. We know about it, but y'all haven't talked about it. So I find it very weird now that the new season is getting ready to come up and you guys are getting ready to film the new season. Y'all go run the counseling like y'all want to kind of implement that into your storyline to kind of, take away from what's going on over here with Tisha being in the back seat, with Marceau over here doing threesomes and foursomes, with y'all over there at Credit One being hoes over there. Y'all don't want to talk about that shit, so let's talk about us at counseling. She's like, yes, oh yes, we're in counseling. Sit down. Y'all ain't never talked about going to counseling.
That people don't see that right there, and they think that, oh, I don't want a marriage like that. Man, guys were edited to be like that. We've been here for them in 2 decades.
But you should want a marriage like anybody. Your marriage should be you. You should write whatever the story is about your marriage. I don't want a marriage like anybody else. I'm inspired by people, but at the end of the day, my marriage is my marriage, and we have to do what works best for us. I was married at 24 years old. I had my first child at 25 years old. I didn't know what I was doing. We got through it together, and we're still pushing and moving. We're about to have our son is about to graduate next year.
Yeah, accepted the 3 out of 5 colleges.
Yeah, graduate with a 4.2 GPA. We're trying. We're growing. Marcel and I, we didn't have anybody to give us anything.
Correction. Melody gave y'all a spot on the show. Melody gave her car to drive because y'all car was broke down. Melody let you stay in her townhome. Correction. Shoot. Y'all business that y'all have right now came from Holt. I love the way they always say nobody's ever given us anything. Everything that y'all have is because of somebody else.
We had to build our businesses up by ourselves. We built my very first home I lived in. We built it together. Our first year of marriage. I grew up in the projects my whole life. But look at where I'm at now. And so it is not.
Across the street from the gas station? That's where you are now. Ain't shit really changed. You just moved out of the damn ghetto and out the hood and moved across the street from the gas station. You ain't really came up too much. Where are you now? Let's do a show. Where are you now? Girl, where are you? Look at me now. Like you over there, child, in the rich neighborhood on the house on the hill like Mel. I used to live in the projects, but look at me now. I'm across the street from the gas station. Bitch, shut up.
Not about trying to be like anybody else. You can be inspired by people and motivated by people, but at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you in your life. And while we're on this television show, that's all we're trying to do. Inspire and motivate you guys to be whatever it is, to give you whatever encouragement that you need to step out and do your thing. Like, I'm working on my second master's degree while my 3 kids are home doing COVID. You know how difficult that was?
Yeah, well, to be fair, she was going down working on her second master's degree at Auburn while I was here building an apartment complex with the 3 kids in the 1,700 square foot house in the middle of winter while she's out there bettering herself. So now you want to talk about why I went to Africa? Is because of that shit. Because it's stressed.
This motherfucker said that Tisha was out getting her degrees. Tisha got all her degrees at home. I just called a lie right there. Tisha, you already said you got your degrees at home online. Okay, so you're saying while she was out there trying to be great and better herself, I was at home with the kids while Tisha was out doing it, and I was building this. We already found out you never built anything, so I don't know why you're so stressed out when you were not doing anything. There goes another lie, which is why I chose to go to Africa alone. No matter that my wife said she wanted to go, that ain't why you went to Africa, nigga. You went to Africa because you had a boo thing, and you went to Africa because you wanted to be able to cheat in peace.
Out every hour of every day, I owe to anyone else. But what are comments?
Okay, yeah, let's answer some questions.
Yeah, on the line, read the comments.
Thank you for rooting for us. It's not love and hip hop. It's not love and hip hop now. It's still love and marriage.
Uneducated with smart. Okay, sweetie.
That's your opinion.
Don't mistake uneducated with smart either, sweetie. I start there.
Let's see. I've been doing this in season 1. This is like excellent. Y'all want my mama back? That's gonna be a whole nother situation right there. Okay.
So what's the plan? The plan is still the narrative. Honestly, it is. Well, here's the thing.
All right.
We pretty much take it all.
Because baby, my brain cells is fried. I can't, between him and Tisha, I can't, y'all. Let's get back to the main screen because I gotta go anyway. Okay. Yeah, honey. Bottom line is Marceau and Tisha, you can see the fear in them. The unknown got their asses in the chokehold. They don't know what the hell is gonna happen this damn season. Shout out again to what's happening for that clip. But they don't know what the hell is going to happen and what's going to be talked about this season because production or Carlos King does not tell them prior to what's going to happen. They do call them and say, hey, you got a scene that we need to film you here, be there at such and such time, and they get there and the shit unfold. I think they're going to try to avoid filming with Martell as much as they can because they don't know what situation Martell is going to put them in. Martell is desperate. If you guys watched my video yesterday, according to what Ariane was saying, Martell doesn't have a storyline. He needs some type of rebranding. So Martell is trying to attach himself to anyone that will film with him because he needs money. That's his only source of income. So if he's not filming with Melody, which she refuses to film with him, so he can't get a check there. The Scotts, they don't like him. You guys can see these are forced scenes that Martell is in with the Scotts. All right. Tisha did not want to film with him. Marceau, the only reason he filmed with him was because he needed the money. But I feel like next season they're going to avoid Marceau trying to film with Martell because they don't know what he is going to do and or say, what he's going to put out about them. And also the only person I really feel like they might film with him, he might get us a few scenes with the fellas, like Ken, if they come back, which I hope not. And then Chris Fletcher might film with him, but Chris got to film because he know too much of Chris' business. I said that before. He might film maybe with Nell, but and Destiny. Well, Destiny is already rumored that Destiny is not coming back. So I don't know what is going to be going on with Martell next season, but I do know if he's on the show, if he ain't in jail by that time, that the season actually comes back. I don't even think he's going to film the whole season because y'all know his court date is coming up next month for the Revenge P and all that. But anywho and anyway, next season I think is going to be very explosive. I have heard that the social media stuff is definitely going to spill over into the new season. So it's going to be very, very good. And I think that the Scotts definitely needs to be held accountable and that their shit should be put out there too, and not just everybody else having to deal with embarrassing moments on the show, such as Melody and everyone else. So, but that's it, guys. I appreciate you guys joining me. It's time for me to get off now because I got some things to do. I got some calls that I got to make. I got some work that I got to do. So thank you guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday thus far. Thanks for sitting in. All 8:29. We had a little bit more. A few people fell off, and that's fine. But let's get off here. Bill Wilson, KBR, Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank y'all for modding, and thank you for all the content creators that joined me today on this live Truth TV podcast. Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Missy Hills, Atlanta Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles of Kim K, and Love See Heard. I saw you Snatched by Diego. Thanks for being here. Any other content creators that join me, thank you guys for being here as well. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll be popping back in on you guys a little bit later on. Until then, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. All right. Love you guys down and bye.